as we hopefully are once again live upon the internet, as I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, there we are. We are indeed alive upon the internet as YouTubers. Slow to start as it sometimes has. Actually, before I forget as well, let's charge that up because as I've been just running around, so I'm kind of getting in last minute. And yeah, as may have noticed, I did not do an afternoon stream. As I overestimated how much time I would have. Yeah, let's double check actually that everything is up and running. Everything has having bit rates and that my LVO is fine. Yes, it is. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna catch up second and third account onto. Well, we're starting on third account here on Nokia. To the harvest thing. Because yeah, actually, did they announce anything? Server maintenance, maybe, and fixing. Oh, actually, check this one. Check it in a minute. Actually, it'll be fine. Did they announce any server maintenance? No. So unless they do a Thursday one or something, we're likely gonna just have the project to get the pistols with. So yeah, I should take the time here and get everybody caught up with the Mooncake event. This character as well is, I think, on day 2. Well, day 2 done, and then this is, yeah, this was Judiciary. Because what was it again? Judiciary, and then Hotel Infirmary, and then this thing, right? So let's already reset the map because we're gonna need that. Anyway. I should just walk over here so I don't get a loading screen before that happens. On Striker Technique, did I ever up now? You know what? Yeah, we have a ton of resources. This is what it's for. Let's just use it. Even though that's like a counter run, could have like gotten a better one of those. But yeah, I noticed last time that yeah, it's some pieces are close, but a lot of it isn't like fully optimized. Because the Striker Tech Tank is not per se going to change anyway. It might change weapon from Oreo to something else, but not as a layout. Although I actually might go Spotter as well. Actually, yeah, if it gives up Oreo, it'll likely go back to being Spotter. Because it has Technician built in anyway. Or well, Technician is part of the build. Well, this is kind of wasteful. Yeah, it's fine. That's why we have watch outs, right? Yeah. They are cleaned up fully, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's go Judiciary it up. Although it's nighttime and nothing is spawning. Bounties here also no. Oh, actually as well, what I haven't done on this account definitely could be available, right? Danny. Let's go actually, yeah. Let's go get that as well. And hey there, Phaedrus. Let's say, but the look of things, Botrix is working again today with showing viewer numbers. As of yesterday, it didn't. And for today, my plans are just to play the game a little. I also had a pretty long work day, so I just want to shoot some shit. We'll get back to doing some calculation stuff tomorrow. Because I'm also really curious about still a ton of things that we can just get by calculating stuff out. Like OD is still. Let's see. Where's Danny? Danny. Let's go over there. Because I don't think I've gotten exotic caches with this account yet. The one thing I might want to do as well is level up the hardcore character on this account as well to be 40, so that they also can benefit from the 5 times event. Anyway, we're not getting that 5th slot that I was really hoping for. Although, well, yeah, maybe we can. Well, now that they've put it out there that it's a possibility, basically, I'm gonna start e-begging them for, hey, I'd pay for that. You could have my money for a character slot. Does that seem like a good exchange to you? Yeah, just 1 exotic cash, right? Yeah. The rest I don't care enough about.
Thanks for trading with
me. What is the scent? It's greed. Which one does it change? It's greed for today and tomorrow. That one trashed. Yeah, let's go now do ending spawn. Yeah. Forget that then. And hey, what he says, oh. I mean, that was all I changed. Actually, I still want to come up from the north. Preferably. It's a little bit of a way around, but at least I'm not coming in underneath the minigun. Yeah. Tends to be a bad time. As I am quickly just reading a DM. Let's see over. I think Toasty's finally making his thingy video. The Warhounds video. Let's just get it started. I was trying to pulse there, but then I remembered that yeah, it's not the striker technique, or it is the striker technique, not the heartbreaker technique. And I was kind of looking as well at that stuff. I might actually just do a very brief. Might do that tomorrow of my thoughts on PTS. Well, in the end of it, I didn't actually, you know. I'm dead. Don't know why I pushed out there. I should have gone around the truck. Like literally, that was what I did. There was murder myself. Actually, I will take this out. We can sneak past.
Hostile control point detected.
We got extra patrol there was being annoying. Also, yeah, I shouldn't be that aggressive with a tech tank that is in charge now. Yes. It doesn't have the staying power until we're kind of decently filled up on mementos. And 2 patrols. Oh no, that's not. That's fine. Hopefully should start. It's hoping to be out of range for the gonna put ourselves into the exact same situation in a second. Alright, let's call him in. And there was also a patrol in the control point because, yeah, normally a control point will not have rushers in the attack wave. That is not a thing that is possible, so that is an extra patrol there as well. I'm just gonna wait a second here, let my shield kind of get healed up. You know what? I'm even gonna take a med pack. I'm gonna shoot this thing. We're gonna go grab a few mementos. Oh, that's actually an extra activity. Oh, that's nice as well. We can do actually number 3 and 4 on that other control point. Because we'll do 3 as the attack on it, and then the defense will be 4. Capturing it while... Unless we're kind of going... We're ongoing, except now we're striker. One thing I'm hoping as well they'll do is put up notes again between the PTSs. They used to do that. Yeah, people were... I mean, people are just dicks. I mean, it's funny how the whole entire, like, gamers thing has just become whiners, honestly. God damn it, you dick.
Agent incapacitated.
Couldn't get up that ledge. Yeah, I have to do the attack again. No, he was above me, so even though I was facing him, he was shooting over my shield. That's the annoying thing about ramps like that. Because I was trying to push up. Yeah, we're sitting in the middle of all of them. That seems like a great place to be, of course. Although I have some decoys. But also I have some body blocking me. What's that? Like, can I just not? No. Yeah, no. Sorry. That place is just horrible for shields. Like, is there a way I could have gotten up? No. Would have needed to put the shield away, which also would have been dead. I should have chained them, of course. That's the actual answer. But I was hoping. This is the only downside, though, with those allies being up there, in the same way that they push enemies away, kind of, when they're on the attack wave. Now they're just pushing them out instantly, just because they're trying to get away from it. So when I got the secondary, so oh yeah, no worries. Yeah. Yeah, now you can do it whenever you want to, indeed. That's always a nice thing, you know, just having the tool there yourself.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Wait, I need a reload.
Hey, Duchess. Aren't you supposed to be a raker in Wall Street? I know. Third time was the yeah. It's fine.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I can't believe this shit's happening.
And yeah, for instance, on this build, except for the weapon changes, the build itself actually is, of course, not gonna... I'm using Memento here, so this thing isn't even affected by the striker changes. And yeah, actually looking at all of the weapons, they're kind of staying like around the same thing. Although, of course, here I'm using the Oreo, which won't be what it is next season. Too close to that. Slimy. What a slimy dude.
Leave us alone.
Supply room access unlocked.
Well, as well, next season, like with the range stuff, I mean, you can just turn it off. That's one of the options anyway as well. But yeah, having like just a short range build. Although, yeah, what we could do, of course, is just put the SMG and then like Oreo plus AR kind of setup. Oh wow, now actually as well with SMGs. Oh, that's actually kind of cool as well. It will be easier to kind of line them up the way we would want them. Because yeah, we can now take actually on SMGs like the 3 crit damage ones, putting them at 20. And you can kind of, you're like 5 ahead. Oh, sure, I didn't even think of that. And Stalker, and thanks for the raid there. Much appreciated. Hope you had a good stream. I saw you been around. Let's give you a shout out here. And yeah, welcome all the raiders as they are just getting started over here. I'm catching up, for those wondering what I'm doing, I'm catching up to the, I'm gonna do that quickly basically on account 3 and account 2. This is my third account. I'm gonna catch up to the harvest, as I was, over the weekend I was working quite a bit, and then also most of my other time was spent in PTS. So, and seeing as you kind of have to do the repeated project to hope for a detox one, as it is likely, I mean, in its current incarnation, it is one of the best headhunter weapons, headhunter pistols specifically. Not weapon, because yeah, but for a headhunter's fury, it is actually a really good fit. Yeah, especially if you don't have Regulus or want to just use the permanent.
Access key detected.
So I'm gonna catch up some of my accounts here. In the background as well, I'm just kind of thinking about the changes coming and what will actually change. Let's kind of look at the build collection as well in the afternoon, a little for an hour or so. Just going. There's going to be a lot of weapon changes, which also means doing a lot of damage numbers in the corners again. But honestly, it's not that, like, reworks of builds is not that many. Let me get you as well here as I'm kind of in my own world there. Penny collectors there. And hey there, Garrick versus the mill. And hey there, Pamik. I mean, some of the overwrought reactions to the rebalancing crazy amino are still in the big good and what you think of yourself around. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, first of all, there is so many good changes in there. And honestly, yeah, like, I still might actually do that as well for when we do that video. I might just Photoshop it together. Like the list of nerfs is, if you're like putting them side by side, if you're just gonna cut them out, like the list of nerfs is that, and the list of buffs is like, just, yeah. And honestly, the things that they're altering down, with the exception of like missing in that list, is very much determined, which kind of, yeah, I wish they would just kind of touch it. Hell, even if you like change it, where am I going? No, I'm not going to Danny. I'm going to Cassie. I'm going there. Now let's go capture Hotel Infirmary, because that'll be number 3 on this, and then actually we've already something else counted as active. One of those patrols was likely returning with resources. And people will bitch, like always. I remember when they were nerfing Heartbreaker, how like hard people were bitching. Like, and that was one that was like the unnerfed Heartbreaker, or like the pre-nerf Heart. the 100 stacks of the chest striker, or you had the 100 stacks of an obliterate striker, and you had the damage of a chest striker with 100 stacks almost. So, why am I being this aggressive? Being a little bit over aggressive today. I feel I need to. Had a lot of work to do today, so I'm kind of getting the aggression out. Catching it.
Reinforcements incoming.
Medic, no medicing. No free healthcare. I'm here for the government and I'm here to charge. Your taxes are due. You know what? We're totally gonna roleplay that maybe for if we make another hardcore character or something like this. Put on that suit or something. Oh, actually, no, I don't have that on the other account. Because I'm here just playing IRS agent instead of tax agent. You did not cite your crypto. The verdict is death. Yeah.
Incoming hostiles
Then declare your crypto. Oh yeah, let me. No, we did as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Especially in that puts all the ranges of enemies modifier to mid range, which is still close. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can move, work around it and stuff, and just we can. Having looked at those, like
heavily armed. Hostiles
like
flying
the
onboard.
10 we had that are kind of, or that's especially the like alt kind of things. Once you have those will help a lot. You'll just have to make use of them. Elite convoy coming in, because why not? That's a lot of shit. Are they just helping there? Because I actually did not see those guys on the side. Elite convoy plus the control points. Oh, I should have from somewhere over there.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Let's at least the control points. Running low on
Detecting
ammo.
additional hostile contacts.
Oh, the control, or yeah. The convoy is gonna spawn on this store. I'm gonna actually go over here and put everything in front of me where they belong. Well, one of the things is people have learned that they can bitch and get away with it. Like that's one of the biggest, I feel, downsides to a lot of like Reddits and stuff like that. It's a lot of the people that normally, if you in normal life, you bitch the way that they do, are just constantly being a negative asshole. People just walk away from me. You know, they just go, you know what, this person, I don't need their existence in my existence. But yeah, with platforms like those, and then they can coalesce as well. Like they can sit there and basically, like the same 10 people are, because honestly, there's like a few names that I just keep popping up again and again bitching. And it makes it look like it's more, but yeah, it's not. Also, the people that are enjoying themselves are not out there bitching, they're just in here playing the game. Oh wow, I've left a medic or two here just rezzing everybody. Because I was kind of busy over there. Medic. No medicing. This is America. No free healthcare. Stop being a socialist. Communist detected. Rogues. You guys enjoyed those rogues? I'm gonna go get my loot and get out of here. Oh, the door doesn't open until you beat the rogues. Yeah. Or I don't want to fight rogues at all.
Rogue agent detected.
But also, could you guys come actually here so that you aggro my allies? Okay, there we go. I mean, my decoys. I think so.
Hostile defender drone
Yeah.
detected.
Hi, lady. I'm here to revoke your agent license. But that didn't work as well as I was hoping I would. Stacked up and then some of scaling rows are not really anything of issue. At least if yours charged up on the tech tank. When you're not charged up on the tech tank, like at the start of a summit floor, they're actually kind of annoying.
Supply room access unlocked.
All over now. How many of them did we get?
Yeah. I guess I'm getting horrendous roll farming. We're gonna make it very fast. Will it though? It's a one. It will be a 1 in 6 drop. So, like if you are already annoyed by the 1 in 4, like with the festive, or the 1 in 5 with like chill out, like last summer event or something, which with some people going for chill outs. There's a 1 in 6 now on it. But at least it gives you the option to do it, so. There doesn't seem to be a maintenance for tomorrow, so yeah, they're not patching it, at least on the normal times they would patch it. Let's go get some ammo. So yeah, I think we're gonna be kind of, maybe they'll extend it. They'll fix it and extend it. That's like the way to do this. Or to do it, you know. But we'll have to see. Oh, actually, I mean, it's the bench over there. Let me catch up. Let me show what I'm doing with the previous video. Why they never acknowledged nor recommended. Wait, they never acknowledged nor recommended an always ranked last chameleon. Do not keep the -10 changed. So what? Wait. Going to like parse what the actual question is there. Let's see. Do you mean the talent changes on it? But like I would be fine if it's kind of in the same place, person system wise, in comparison to the rest. And then actually, wait, right, it is that. And then the talent changes on top. Like, it doesn't matter how fast you turn to trigger it. That's not the issue that the chameleon has. The issue is more like that 45 seconds. Although getting it faster again or getting it back again is gonna help it a little. But and actually, I'm not against the change of it with the reload, especially. It's like looting. Let's just go get our shit in. Because honestly, that doesn't seem a bad idea to, like, if you're smart with it and you just get the leg shots in quickly, you'll have the reload increase. Extra pull here as well. I'm gonna deal with this convoy before going into Red Dragon. But the way that it is now, it is basically
Incoming
oh well, what
hostiles
it was on the PTS. To be clear, what they're planning, or well, at least on PTS Phase 1, what they did to it is way overtuned. Because yeah, it's kind of on par with the other weapons on burst and sustain, just normally. Although a little bit lower on sustain than the rest, just because of you know, the fire rate and such. It doesn't have like a really high fire rate, but then yeah, the actually has a really long reload, doesn't it? Which can be mitigated with the leg shots. But it has one of the strongest talents, because yeah, 90 weapon damage is a lot. Like even yeah, some like oh, but it's additive, so yeah, that doesn't matter when it's 90 of it. It's still gonna be like 45. Oh nah. So on a full graded, it's gonna still be around like 30% increase in damage. Like even on a well, even if you reach like you would have to reach 200 for that 90 to become 30. You would have to reach 200 weapon damage, which you're not. So it's gonna be somewhere above like 30, so in the 37s and stuff. Increase when you have that thing up. And yeah, if it's kind of has the same burst as a talent, yeah. Why am I being this aggressive? I'm talking and not paying attention. That's the actual reason. Oh, the car is so nice. Amazing. Yeah. Oh, and all that, yeah. Well, of course, as well. The thing I could do is just set this to normal and just get her in. You don't need it to be on any difficulty, but yeah. Well, actually, you know what? If I'm playing that aggressive, I shouldn't be on the striker tech tank. Let's go to the heartbreaker tech tank, which actually can do the thing that I'm trying to do with it. I should check that there's no activity there. Yeah. Oh, my build a second ago was the striker tech tank, and I've now swapped to the heartbreaker tech tank because I keep being a little bit too aggressive with it. Just because also yeah, it has the Ori as a. I'm just trying to close the distance to be in the range, but I shouldn't. I should just play a little bit more chill. You know, go in here, get my stacks, and then kind of just fall back a little bit and just deal with the outside and then go into the insides. Where's the thing? Just trying to find this cubby. Okay, I'm not well stacked at all. The lady got me with her car. Actually not all the way up here. Not sure where that turret went. Oh, it's on the right side. One got past me? No. The ones that ran forward and then back. Thank them for CCing themselves. Much appreciated. At least still I'm like fully charged on the mementos. We're gonna just slow it down. There's no need for me to be inside there, surrounded. And yeah, we do have Golden Bullet tomorrow. Honestly, I'm just not that interested in it nowadays, especially with like every other global event is either on par or better nowadays. So Golden Bullet does not have any like special meaning to me. Like it never did because I just like it to begin with. It is mechanicless. It is completely random. It's best played solo, which it's fine for one thing to be like more solo oriented because you know Guardians is more group oriented, but I prefer more the group oriented stuff. I know we should already kind of start thinking about getting a few. Although, yeah, it's still too early. You shouldn't get stuff yet, but you can start keeping stuff. You shouldn't go outright farming for direct stuff. But if you get like, especially SASG kind of looks okay. Vector 9mm, both actually the TAC Vector and the Vector 9mm look okay. So does the SMG 9A2 and stuff.
Reinforcements en route.
AR wise, Carbine actually does look like having kind of spent some time looking at it before, especially if you're gonna go any normal, like any damage talent or stuff. Carbine 7 actually looks like one of the picks for that. Then you have F2000s and FAMAS is still 4. Especially if you're fast dancing, which I am. Linked laser pointer not working. That's also actually logic on the chatterbox. It is like with a lot of the exotics, it's a little overtuned. So it beats the new Oreo, so the new chatterbox and the new Oreo. It beats it at 2 stacks, which when it's like that, yeah, that you can get 2 stacks. Like you can cat and keep maintaining like 2 stacks. So yeah, that's a little bit overtuned. It beats the old Oreo at 4 stacks, where it used to need 5 stacks to beat the old Oreo. With its new stats and stuff. So, or well, like current season. When I'm saying old, I mean like now.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
So with a lot of as with a lot of the other exotics, it's a little bit overtuned. Which actually, looking at the percentage differences, well, kind of like more on its burst and stuff. Compared to what it was, it didn't lose. It actually gained a little bit on burst, I think, and then on top of that, it's getting a much better talent.
We made it.
Jesus. That was too damn close.
Out of bounds there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna harvest. Rate of fire. We're just gonna donate that.
Yes.
Because yeah, DTH or
Supply room access
DTOC
unlocked.
or nothing. I mean DTOC, of course, but I'd keep a DTH. I got one. Because it is free talentable, the stats of it, for those that missed that, the stats on it that we were thinking was a talent is actually just baked in. 2 sweet dreams within like a minute of each other. Yeah, sweet dreams are made of getting a lot of sweet dreams. Plus I got an exotic component from the crate. I got 3 exotic components there in like a minute.
You gonna help us
I'll take
out?
those.
Best news ever.
That's not a bad deal. Yeah, let's take this back to base and get cleaned up. And actually, I'm gonna go do the same thing on second account as well. With the main character at release. Just have some chances at that, at a detailed version. It's funny. Yeah, no, so yeah, eventually kind of actually looking at it with talent on build. Partially as well, because it also has 15 crit chance, 15 crit damage now, like that. I mean, it's not the biggest change, but
Thank you, Agent.
the chatterbox, I mean, it's still a change in its favor as well. Do I have effect duration full already? No, No, I didn't. So, yay. I was worried it was gonna pop up. This is in a build, and then I would have to change builds. But yeah, I generally don't take effect duration. That I think I take the skill based ones. Full weekend. Sure, whatever you say, we can do. Nah. Well, one of the things is a lot of people as well just go, hey, they should totally hire you. Nah. Like, I like being, you know,
Business with you.
I like being not tied down to that because it's the same reason I also don't have like Ubisoft partner and stuff. Like, I don't want to like be that connected to that side of business. Like, yeah, if I wouldn't even, for instance, want to be really on ETF or something because that could get frustrating really fast. Oh, yeah, we're on 2666. We're 2 numbers of the beast. Yeah, let's swap accounts. Let's go to account number 2 and do the same. And carbine upgraded to 26. Oh, carbine 7. Yeah. Although, yeah, watch out on overdoing it because, yeah, it is all subject to change. So don't deconstruct anything yet. Don't. But yeah, you can already start. Like if you get a good carbine 7, keep it and stuff. Like some of the things we would toss just because it has no space might actually be worth keeping at least for the few weeks that we'll have till next season. As I'm swapping accounts real quick, that's why that screen is blacked out. And we'll likely break audio here as well in a second. One thing I would hope that they would do, that is the one thing I feel if you're going to do that, because that's really the only like lost thing that you would have. And yeah, audio did break, as it quite often does when the game starts. I'll fix that. I don't know if the rest of it kind of came through, but yeah, I was saying they should give us a system to just undo unweapons or ungears expertise, like 1 per day or something, like 1 weapon and 1 gear piece per day. Then at least you can kind of like or maybe, well, it would be the honest thing would be to have 1 weapon and then 2 gears. That's the same amount. And then we could also, like, in the future, if we make mistakes, so that you can't like just keep removing them and adding them like just willy-nilly, nilly-willy. But that you had the option at least to kind of rework that. That would be kind of cool with this. But I would be curious too. I mean, it's basically going the other way.
Safe area detected.
The other would be just to reset all expertises and stuff. But honestly, that sounds worse than just losing some components to me. Yeah, I need to reset the world here as well. Because I've already captured, and yeah, this character is also at the exact same point as the other ones. Oh, we have a comic in the background. Yeah, let's just go judiciary it up. Do I have a bounty here? I do, but I will likely run into a dozen patrols anyway. You can help them a lot. Yes, but also, yeah, I wouldn't want to be like. There's the thing is as well. It kind of depends on like on the inside. and being on that end. Like if I feel I'm not being listened to and stuff, I can get very grumpy really quick, and then I'm not very helpful. Actually, what am I running? Actually, what am I on? Yeah, let's drop that. Should have actually checked for that earlier, like what build I'm running and what directives I'm on. There's also a lot of things that we would want to do and stuff. It isn't per se that they just don't know. So some things they will likely not know. So they likely won't know that, like, some of the exotics are missing from the targeted loot tables and stuff like that. But some of the other stuff, like me going in and going, hey, fragile armor is broken, they'll not go like, oh, we don't know. They know. They just don't have the engineering time or the engineering like required currently to like fix that kind of stuff. Where did that combo go? Oh. Well, let's actually catch up to them so we have 3 again before going to the other one. Soros, could you stop walking?
How do you? This is gonna feel good. Getting torn.
A little bit stacked, but not fully.
Detecting additional.
They're still gonna spawn there, right? Or they're just gonna spawn. Oh, really? Did you erase it? All 3 spawns are so far from it that yeah, it's gonna hard to predict there where they were gonna spawn. Because I think actually if they're on the street, like in the middle of the street there, they would have come from like the east side of the building instead of the south side, like here. That pouch is already gone. A few side hits here, but it's fine. It's a weird call out there. I know who you are. Do you though? Hi, I'm IKEA. Don't you know who I am? On the safe side, upgrade the governor. Maybe like unless you have like infinite extra components and you're gonna get more pretty soon. Yeah, I would maybe hold off on making too big of investments now before we. This is this one, right? Yeah, did I just not get it? Where's the second? Oh, it's there. Because you might invest into something now and then they'll change it but then you have literally no recourse because at least like if it's from changes overall, like that's that's just thing. But PTS and stuff changes between PTSs.
Hostile control point nearby.
Where do I hear underground stuff? Chains there. That's been another left 20. Yeah. Revival in our actually yeah no. That Murakami chest, yeah. I missed that one, but yeah, that was nah. Not really. Basically anything that you can get from a mod. Like if the stat can also come from a mod, you could generally, unless you need like a lot of it, which yeah, with its skill duration not particularly. It's not really useful. Usually. Especially with stats like that, like we don't I got quite a bit of a PTS testing done too. Did you get to Reversal? No. Don't actually know what that one is. I did get some, well, I spent most of my time on the PTS was spent in spreadsheets, honestly, and testing a bunch of stuff and just making sure. Because, yeah, we had some, for instance, yeah, strikers, making sure that, like, strikers, the changes wasn't actually applied yet. So
En route.
it was still acting as a 1.0 on the backpack, so even though the text said differently, of course. They've changed it, they have changed the text, but not the actual value. But also there was some reports on it's shooting me from over here. Is that even from over there? I didn't see. Ah, you know what, let's go let's just go over here and work our way. Also there was like reports of the chatterbox kind of like having a hidden 14%. That wasn't the case in the end. I got a few weapons that they had like plus this amount of weapon damage. I'm still not sure what they meant with that, because also like their bases didn't change by those amounts or anything. Like I'm unsure what those amounts actually were. So I think what that had it. Chameleon had it, I think. There were a few weapons that like there was like 2 or 3 weapons that had. But I didn't actually get to play much because I'll say a lot of my time was spent over the weekend working, so. But especially the thing I wanted to get done, which was the weapon rebalance, translated into a burst and sustain tables and stuff, that, you know, spend the time there and get it done. Although, yeah, afterwards as well, I've kind of been looking into, yeah, what ChatGPT can do, and that's kind of cool, actually. AI is gonna come and save us. I truly accept our AI overlords. So, gonna, with the next one, really help me. Because it turns out you can just put the picture in there and ask it nicely to format it in a spreadsheet way, and you can just kind of just copy that over into the Google Sheets. Although, yeah, it had some issues, like getting it the first time, but yeah, with a little coaching, it in the end did what I wanted. Here to revoke your doctor's license.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Someone take that gun out! Where did he go?
Minigun.
We're gonna take them by surprise.
I told you. No, I.
Shit!
Oh, they were being held back by this. And stacks up.
Your turn next.
Do active modifiers and stuff they made and stuff in the PTS. Yeah, they should have just unlocked everything for PTS, but also they likely wanted to see if the unlocking stuff would work, and also like this is the system that they had ready. But yeah, I would have been, because yeah, I didn't also get to really unlock anything and stuff. And I'm leaving that to PTS 2. I'm gonna keep my weekends kind of light. The next few weekends. Like just one day of work at most. And, or one evening. Oh, the day as well. Kind of matters, of course. So, we're gonna catch up on phase 2. Yeah, they should have just either, because even if they want to like make sure that the unlocking system and stuff works properly, they could have just like basically take everything down in order of magnitude instead of, you know, kill 100, kill 10. Because then you still get kind of the progression in through there and make sure that everything is triggering correctly. And
Detected.
but the thing is as well, PTS is of course like just a PTS. Like
Heavily armored hostile.
they're not gonna put too much engineering time to change like a bunch of stuff just for a PTS. If those resources are better spent elsewhere, I can kind of understand. Would have been nicer for us though, but yeah. Why isn't it marked? Well,
Now get to them that way. You're going to hide all day?
Think they're out of ammo? It's those special people.
And that's how it's
let's
done.
go get our loot here and then go and do
Supply room
the other
access
two
unlocked.
control points we need. Getting to reversal and it's broken. Isn't hidden. It's the journal. Journal says hidden. Wasn't it? I mean, no. So when I say it has like a hidden amount, it means that like outside of its stats, like it has like a hidden amplifier underneath or something. That's not the case. Like whatever, like the stats that it gives you, if you just calculate with that and then check against in-game, it's not a like it doesn't do 14% more or something. Few people were thinking that that was the case, that it was on top of that also doing 14% more, which yeah isn't the case. There's a number for which identity to 2 million. Kind of yeah, depends on the build and stuff, of course. Like a 200 stack striker will hit for a lot more than that, I think. I was using but the chatterbox kind of, I mean, a lot of the exotics kind of seem way overtuned. No, we'll have to see how that turns out. Just a lot as well, just on their base amounts, and then their talents is making them kind of like the only picks currently. Or well, PTS, in the PTS, not currently. Yes, again, these weekend they haven't said when phase 2 is, but we can take guesses that it's gonna be on a weekend. It's either gonna be next weekend or the week after. Usually there's a week in between, so they have some time to kind of, so likely not this weekend, but likely next weekend, but that's extrapolating from like previous times, which, you know, doesn't have to be the case. Yeah.
Incoming
I'm
hostiles
locked into
detected.
this. I was just going to sneak past them, but then I forgot that was going to. Ah, well, we'll just really, she got a grenade off, even though I took off like almost her entire armor bar, and she was visually staggering. Come on. You sure about that game?
We won. We showed them all right.
Yeah, we'll go pick up a bounty here. Yeah. That away.
How can I ever thank you for what you've done?
That's fine. Yeah. I wouldn't think they would put it as well on the 5 times event either, the PTS, because, yeah, no. Although I wouldn't mind, honestly. I'm not that interested in the 5 times. I totally get why a lot of people will be, and then why they want to make use of it, and definitely do. There is no, you know, there's no reason not to make use of a given thing, you know, the same way. Like, I can't be against this and then not against, like, determined. It is a thing in the game, we can just use it. But I'm likely myself not going to make too much use of it. I'm going to get my hardcore character on second account, definitely to, like, 1K. They're already like on 4 something, 430. And then just kind of just normally play for the rest. Because yeah, both having those two things together, especially as well with Golden Bullet, is just not my jam. Let's wait to give us info. Not sure. Yeah, we'll have to just see. It might actually be several weeks, depending on that has been the case in the past, where it's just been several weeks of in between, and then actually as well. I mean, update consider. I just got it. It's still a very good pick, although I still have to check it against. So one thing we didn't check is against a vector with a talent. Like if we try to factor that in. Well, look at that distance of it. It's still a good gun. Just by virtue of its stacking ability as well. Like, we shouldn't forget that even though its RPM is a little bit downer than the rest, it's still the highest RPM. So, yeah. That does matter when you can stack 10% faster, even though you have to now reload more as well, but compared to the other vector. And also the changes aren't final. I think actually losing both things is maybe a bit too much. I would actually be more in favor of it keeping its 50 round mag. That would kind of make it a little bit competitive, at least on mag size versus the tac vector 9mm, and then maybe just getting a little bit increase, or like instead of a 10% decrease of RPM, maybe like a 12 or a 13, or maybe even a 15. Because one thing as well is like, while we consider that talent to kind of not be there once in a while, once in a blue moon, well, actually not as often as we think about it. You do trigger it and you get CC out of it. Like if you're set on fire, you're gonna set the next enemy you shoot at after a reload on fire. If your shield broke and you got disoriented, you'll disorient one enemy and stuff. And actually looking at gameplay, you kind of notice actually how often that does pop up. And well, with a lot of the fights, it wouldn't have mattered because the enemy is dead anyway when you start shooting at them. Sometimes it's still handy to just have like a little bit of CC going out against names and other things. Especially as well, like if they have shock rounds and stuff. I'm gonna keep that new reliable, seeing as it's maxed out. Yeah, let's get ammo and let's get called in. When will PTS version 2 come out? We don't know. Like in the past, it's been usually like 2 weeks between. Like you would have a PTS 1 on this weekend, then the next weekend would be nothing, and then the PTS 2 would be the weekend after. But for instance as well, like last season, we only got 1 PTS. So, this isn't a given. We've also had sometimes like 2 weeks between the PTSs. Especially like a Heartbreaker one comes to mind, but they had to like change a bunch of stuff in that one. Especially on third bomb. This gal isn't that much of a threat. I don't want to push all the way out there because you'll see that by the time I get over there and kill everybody over there, they'll spawn on the other side. Although they're spawning kind of on this side. Leave a rusher alive. I didn't laser point or nothing, what I needed to do there. Use their own grenades against them. Now they did spawn at the other side. Let's go meet him. And I'm barely stacked as well on Heartbreaker. I need to stack better. Hey, you guys chilling? What are we doing?
Anyone can fix DC. It's the division.
Or is there a double space there for division?
Could have passed the background check to guard a place like this.
I'm just gonna stand in between them so that when this lady runs towards me, gonna aggro everybody. Oh, there's a medic. I should go. It's two medics in here. We have a nun. Not a nun, but a nun. They weren't anonymous, they were just... Oh. There you are.
Vital signs critical.
You shouldn't have messed with us.
Yeah, let's go get... yeah, let's get the ammo as well. And yeah, let's go get...
Supply room access unlocked.
let's go get our loot, and then we'll go into Red Dragon. And we'll just start yelling, "Is that a dragon?" at them and kill them while they're confused. That will disorient them. We'll go, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" They'll be disoriented, and I feel that's what the Banshee is doing, right? It's just the character really loudly yelling, "Is that a dragon?" And enemies are getting just disoriented because of it. PTS are out now. The PTSs have ended, by the way. So the PTS phase 1 has ended. It ended this afternoon. So that's already... that one's already over. And yeah, we're gonna have a phase 2, but yeah, likely in a future weekend. So currently PTS is not up. As in the RPM, not bad. Yeah, just to give it a kind of a space it can live in. But still not a bad looking weapon stat wise. Like, just also because it has no conditionality and stuff. But for instance, the chatterbox is kind of overtuned, for instance, I feel in PTS. Because on 2 stacks it's beating the new Oreo. On 4 stacks it's beating the old one. And situationally, like, getting 2 stacks is not hard. Like back in, like, when it needed to get 4 stacks, like, yeah, you can't generally have 4 stacks up. That's just not something that is going to happen to you outside of Descent, where you lock it in with bullet hell. Again, an extra patrol here. I really want that car before it gets me to me. I don't want that medic. But he's likely gonna run out in the open. So just get someone and then we'll get him. That's always one of my one of the control points I kind of like. There's actually a lot of positions that you can use, especially. Oh, am I deltaing? Oh, yeah.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I don't know if that was on my end or on the game's end. Don't know if stream kind of cut out there for a second or not. Okay, my connection hasn't been as stable as as it should be for a woman.
It's snapping time.
I expect that shield guy to kind of come around the corner. We're just gonna go through his shield because I don't have the accuracy to shoot at the viewport. Are you running away? You're a heavy. I'm a tiny person. I murder him.
RC, on the ground.
What?
Hostile broadcast.
Because you have a lot of tall cover here, so if you play it smart, you can always put enemies like some enemies in your field of view and others behind tall cover, which I kind of like. I just said it will be second phase of this PTS. There's going to be like they call this one phase 1. They generally don't call it phase 1 if they aren't planning on doing it a phase 2. Because that used to be the case as well. Like last season, we didn't get that, but every season, maybe not every season, but
En route.
other seasons have had 2 phases of PTS.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Because that's also, of course, like you need to get some changes in before it actually. Yeah. You don't want to have the changed numbers going on to the like directly onto the main game. You might have adjusted too much in the other direction. So. But also it looks like this season is also still gonna go beyond just the golden bullets event that we have. We'll see if they add some events again, because usually what they used to do is just add some events to the end of the season if they needed more time. We'll kind of have to see, because yeah, otherwise it's also phase, like
You're nothing.
we really only have like 1 week of events left on the season. So. We'll see what they do.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
We'll just let it. We'll just let it happen to us. Oh, right. It's getting shot from a weird angle there and could have got a little bit of issue pinpointing there. That's a nice thing about tech tanks. You know, you can stand as an idiot in the middle of a street for quite a bit and not instantly get murdered.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Hey, it's none again. Now not a sniper. Now she's a grenadier.
New mag goes in here. Need some cover.
Why are you all the way over there?
Is that it? Thank God.
How many?
How much in loot? Does FAMAS are exactly stronger than actually strong? Doesn't shield spender if they don't change it before it goes public. I would disagree with that. The big change to the FAMAS as well. Like it is getting a tiny amount more burst. I've seen a few people going like, oh, it's getting a buff. Well, it depends also how much of a quite a bit. But it's getting a very big nerf to its sustain. So it's becoming the top burster, but you really don't want to run that thing without fast nets. So you're kind of, if you're going FAMAS, you're logging yourself kind of, at least to me, you're going fast nets. Or you're going on a build that has a lot of weapon handling, but that's not like just red builds. Weapon handling comes at the cost of damage that you could have. So it's... And yeah, actually the FAMAS, well, still a decent pick. The F2000 as well is still up there because also it got a buff as well. You have to remember that. It actually went a little bit higher on its burst. Am I right on that? Let's actually check. Thought it did. Let's actually go here. What's that? Still have this open because This went from 695. Oh no, it used to be a 676 for the F2000. Like what it gained in what it lost in that RPM, it gained more in its base. So its now burst DPS is much higher than it used to be. It's like 20k more. On like it went from 675 to 694. So you have to kind of look at it actually holistically. That's the whole reason we do the burst and sustain tables and stuff as well. This is kind of hard to tell otherwise. The headshot one, we're just gonna donate that. I'm gonna keep that near reliable.
Thanks for making the deal.
So we should toss that in here. We're gonna send the other one to donation. Deconstruct this and actually let's get our cash is popped, and then I'm gonna go to main account. Actually, I haven't looked at all at targeted and stuff today, but I might just go and do a weekly. I haven't actually even done the weeklies on these accounts, have I? No, but also I'm not that interested in these accounts for now.
Hey, Agent, take a look over here.
Much more interested in putting some time in main accounts. Sure. Let's keep that one. I'll get tossed with the next.
Thanks for your business.
Cleaning my stash. Regardless. Actually, does this account, like, that was a seasonal track one. The one cool thing about the stoner, like, it is one really bad thing. It is a stability muzzle that is always locked in. But the one cool thing about it is the skin. I really like the skin. Just the black tusk, white tusk kind of look. But yeah, let's stash this one away, and let's actually, because I haven't even looked at the full clothes. Because what else do we get? We got shoes. We got shoes, and a weapon skin. Likely, right? Or was it gear dye? Or a weapon? Yeah. So, and I think we'll leave that one off. But yeah, we already had the shirt and the pants. So. Yeah, let's leave this account behind as well. So go over to main account and actually kind of play around. Although actually I should go get some hardware. Yeah, we'll go get some of hardwares because yeah, I can. So you have to kind of. I'm guessing you have to redo that. I haven't actually tried it yet, but it's gonna be the last step, right? So it's gonna be capturing Red Dragon. Soon. Because yeah, but the other one was just a donation with the cooler, so you could very easily get it again and again and again. So this will be a little bit harder. Yeah, this might break audio again. But we'll fix it again. If it does. Yeah, let me catch up to some of this. Some of the bad ones, they did this in Vanguard. Oh, just redoing. Yeah, they should have done so in this season as well. They didn't this season, but yeah, they did the last 2 seasons, and they should. They should just keep. I'll just throw more of them in even. Because yeah, to the newer players, it'll give them something to do, and to the older players, we just skip them. Like we already have everything, so it doesn't matter. Almost every free time with the knives and bows with the money says again. And that money says the game is this, the level is up to servers though. Yeah, every 10 minutes. Yeah, you're having that severe server issues? Because yeah, I generally I haven't heard like people having that much issues nowadays. The CTAR is looking okay, although it's getting kind of outclassed by the F2000 and the FAMAS to me. But it is a lot more accurate, a lot more easier to use. So that's the thing with this. Like a lot of those weapons, like CTAR would generally not pick in now, basically, because it's giving up too much damage. Now, that little bit extra accuracy that it has, and like it's a much more stable weapon. I can totally see using it.
Safe area detected.
Well, I'm sure the brand store will agree with that. Yeah. So yeah, I need to get there. This is kind of annoying actually, but yeah, let's go once again. Although we just need the last step, so we just need that. So, but we need to reset control points. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. I mean, just that one right here. Let's actually drop cool skills. Because yeah, we've done it a lot with like tech tanks. Let's actually grab a negotiator drone hybrid, which she has somewhere. There. Let's go do it with that instead. Just to have a little bit something different. The replay of the manhunts that we're talking about in the stream, I can get all the comms from them. You can already, I mean, you can at the current time as well get all the comms from them just by redoing the legacy missions, but that's like, it's an annoying way of doing it. So, but yeah, that part was kind of unclear for me as well, kind of how they're. Although we'll just see, right? They didn't like really show it or something. They were talking about it, but. I wouldn't mind either, just as well going back and just, especially for instance on third account and stuff and getting this. Oh, also if they rerun them, although well you won't have the season track. What they should do is actually use that as well right away to fix some of the missing blueprints and stuff. Just add them to that because it's not a rerun of the season. It's just it's just the manhunt. So. But I'll just put those blueprints as a reward there. Because that should be easy enough for them to do. Just hack it on as a reward and just... We're gonna deconstruct my drone. Well, that was in the end a bad choice. So we'll just solve it like that. Got fog of water up, so maybe I go upstairs here. Normally I would go up on there. I know what, but let's go up on there. We'll call them in right away. Why are you guys here? Would you guys not be here? Yeah, that should be fine.
Enemy contact!
So this guy's also not gonna fire. He's not a combatant, so... These guys did not see that firefight 20 meters that way. I like being up here. There's a patrol leaving as well again. What is it with patrols on these control points today? Yeah. I put my turret up there. The nice thing as well about being up here is, yeah, for instance, the RC cars can't get to me. They don't have a path to me at all. So.
Immediate medical
Damn it.
assistance needed.
That turret was ready to fire the second I got up. Just popped up at the wrong moment.
Agent vital signs.
I was gonna say, that turret is still up, and I shouldn't be actually keeping up there. Not when there's an extra patrol there. Did I not call them in? I forgot. So in the PTS, the mine was standing out on top, but also with the harvesting variant, the more damage and less fire rate does stand on top even more. Yep, at least that's what it looks like at the moment. The easy solution would be maybe put the diesel rose on top instead. But honestly, as well, that wouldn't per se matter. The only annoying thing would be now, because the harvest is only currently available through, you know, this. It'll be likely available as with other seasonal items, like whenever the seasonal events are up. Because yeah, we went from just being a the winter thing, with also having a summer event, and now this mid autumn thing. And if they add something like in February and something in April, then we have like 5, you know, you should maybe have it just every 2 months, like we have 6 in total. But it's still just locked to that, which I'm not a fan of. Like all of these items seem like, you know, like chill out isn't that useful and stuff, but still, there are some places it helps, like PFE. And when the items are kind of time locked, that's just annoying, more so than like a lot of people want these like seasonal things. They'll bitch if they're kind of bad, but honestly, I would bitch if
Hostile
they're
control
good,
point
which I'm
detected.
doing right now. Over there, possession spot again. Oh, okay, yeah, that. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Because yeah, that was like not just a comm indeed. That was, you have to. I wonder if they'll put all those triggers in and stuff. One would hope, but we'll have to see. You know what? Let's keep a little bit more distance, and also let's use tall cover because I can use this corner as tall cover. Drone. I'm not sure of that. Use the shield there to transfer some damage across. And the thing with Negotiator, of course, is to... Actually, with Negotiator... Huh. Not thinking about Negotiator. If the spread is better, but yeah, the chest. I'm not thinking about the chest. Like, you. Yeah, no. I mean, the thing is, you still like marking 5 enemies. Just the time commitment to even do that is quite high. It's not hit our health gates. I know. It's just go back then. Make sure our turret is still firing, because it's not, but it's also not listening to me, so we can't fix it. The drone's gonna kill the other one. Okay, it's always annoying. This is one of the more annoying things actually with turret chrome belts and stuff as well. Like sometimes your turret just doesn't target the enemy that you want it to target, and then you're kind of reliant on them.
Medical assistance needed.
Sniper turrets, I hate them. Because the last time as well, it was a sniper turret around me. Also as well, we don't need to per se do these on heroic, but yeah. Ambassador's accuracy and range.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
It's about to time out, but my throat's about to come back. And there's a reason, like, I use tech tanks instead. It's actually much faster just to do that. Just for the variety's sake. And surprising as well how much, like, especially the Heartbreaker tech tank and stuff, have in their outputs. These things don't keep up with red, although as well here I'm using like I'm not using it well. We should be spreading more damage and stuff. This isn't the control point for that. Really, I'm not close enough to this. And then, the single target damage of Negotiator is always like, it's down. So let's actually reset our skills. Let's make sure to get ammo. Not to unlock the New York non-boosted character. I own it, but can't go to New York. Oh yeah, for now I'm just gonna stay like, well, in a little bit we'll go do a weekly, but I'm just gonna get to harvest quickly. I did 40 in DZ. I have to unlock New York and a non-boosted character on it. You have to do all of the, like, I mean you can just but that will still count as boosting, but you need to basically do the wait, do you mean like completely non-boosted? Because yeah, you need to do the what is now the world tiers, but it's called the invasion now, where it's like advancing the invasion. You need to basically do all of the missions of the base game. Do capital. After capital, you get the invasion, but the invasion is just now like what used to be world tiers is now just the invasion thing, and that'll be only the 3 strongholds. And you do those 3 strongholds, and that's the point where normally Wony would be. Like that's the point where once you've done, oh no, you need to do all 3 of the strongholds and then title, of course. Once you've done title, you're basically at where like World Tier 5 used to be. Or well, World Tier 5, like that no longer exists. And then from that point down, yeah, the boost, you can go to Wony without it being considered a boost. I'm gonna fire here. There's a roof.
Reinforcements incoming.
When it would just let you fire and it just went up and it came back down and just landed on my hat and it caught on fire. Although I feel that's a lot of work just for a joke. And this thing does have enough firepower, even though it's of course 6 skill tier and stuff, especially with like a modern capacitor. I do have some decent killing power of my own. I mean that's the point of these builds as well. It's just the third and the drone are kind of on top, and then your real damage is still your weapon. Use the other guy's shield to kill the main, but doesn't matter. Anyway, we're not that far away because yeah, I was kind of being too far away, honestly, with the other one. But yeah, when they're just coming at us out in the open and we can mark everything, it's still pretty fast. Oh, the assault on this one is always the worst kind of for these kind of dense ones.
Unlocked.
As we're talking about, there are so many places to hide for us. That also means there's so many places for them to hide, or well, to hide behind just a wall and stuff, and not to shoot them. But yeah, keep in mind, if you do take that chopper, if you're trying to like set up a character without having done the side missions and stuff, any point before World Tier 5 is gonna count as boosting, basically. Or any point before what used to be World Tier. Like doing the things.
fighting soldiers?
This week on SW, so I have some. It's when new gear comes. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that my. Although I think I'm already kind of set at the moment. Let's see. Yay, that's one. As well. Make this. We'll put our determination on it. Honestly, let's just optimize it as well. We're gonna be keeping that thing anyway. It's also gonna be nice with all of these, like actually, was this one in the list? Did this go from 5 to 30 as well? So this one's going to 10 as well, to 10 headshot. I'm sure this was on the list, because I don't remember seeing a 5 stability going to something else. But we always have like the accuracy one and stuff. This one also actually don't remember seeing on that list. I should check against them. But yeah, this one is also going to like 12. Also, I'm going to pick those over headshots and stuff in the coming seasons. Does this thing actually have anything special about it visually? No, right? So actually, didn't even look. No, it just looks like a plain old Magnum. Yeah, let's optimize it as well, because if nothing else, this will stay in the stash. And most likely as well actually get used quite a bit. Yeah, let's take it back to the White House and actually do that one more time. Yeah, I would indeed. I would much rather actually have the goblin to farm. That would be much preferred over this.
Looking for something?
Our cells cleaned up. Let's not leave them on this. Let's put them back on that thing. Let's go with the character 2. I might just set my world to normal and just quickly get it done. Just murder everything in seconds. Mode. The sound of my screen.
Safe area entered.
Oh yeah. You know, that's how the real marksmen do it, is just stick the barrel up in them and then and then pull the trigger. Yeah, so we need the world to be reset. Oh yeah, let's actually do. Is this character actually done as weekly? No. So what's the weekly? Oh yeah, Coney's and Manning, right? That's why I wasn't. Oh yeah, well, we'll go do a weekly. But then first, on normal. Oh, actually grab is an Eclipse with the backpack. Yeah, marbles. Yeah, let's go capture this really quickly and get a chance at another harvest, because yeah, I would like honestly each character to have one. The test group rewards, the priority ones don't share, with the manhunt ones do share weird. No, I didn't get a chance to play it all in group. So, not really. Oh, no. Oh yeah, this is gonna be our last weeks as well, with the Scorpio being the obvious pick for, at least for me, for eclipses. We'll see actually what might, because a mosquito in its future incarnation, although of course like not the broken version, but just if it is just the 40%, like as eclipse, I would run that and then just run in sync and perpetuation maybe. Or preservation and in sync, or preservation and perpetuation. Yeah, the purple somewhere. Yeah, right there.
Over here, quick!
Heavily armored hostile detected.
My fire chem is actually way too strong, so normal solo scaling, any red will just die to the explosion for the thing. You can use a fire sticky. The fire sticky does no damage on its, well, it does impact damage, but it doesn't do its explosion. Fire sticky is not something that does damage. So. You will set them on fire. But yeah, just for ease of quickness.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh really? Oh wait, they're in the. Thinking it was gonna go to the pillar, but that wasn't the case. They staggered me out of this gun.
Heavily armored hostile
There's
detected.
one with fire grenades. Want to directly walk into the fire? What a dick! Dare he? Just walk into my fire, dude. It's nice and warm. No, that's a little faster. Let's wait over reinforcements to arrive. My voice kind of goes.
I don't know that we could have done that without you.
But also I would, because that was my concern as well with the priority ones on there was, they might be just personal. Because yeah, it would be awkward to try to make those like in a group setting, because what if somebody leaves or somebody joins after you've like done most of it? And then group reward wise. So I would expect actually the priority ones to be solo. Which is a weird way of doing it, but that would be my expectation. Although, well, it's not a weird way because yeah, otherwise you're leaving spaces for exploits. No. Or well, it's likely just personal because likely several people could have different ones. And hey, there's a sign. I'm gonna skip Scorpio, or if I'm gonna just use it less. Like, I mean, Scorpio still can do things that no other weapon can. But that mosquito, it being the new sledge, basically, yeah, there is a lot of value to be had there, especially still at that value of 40%. I would have been like, I'm surprised they're keeping it at like. It's much more. It's not so much like that it was too easy to apply or anything. It was much more so. Like 40% is a lot.
Nice to see you, Agent.
Just don't make it there. And there we got an accuracy one there. So yeah, we're not keeping that one. That one's also gonna be donated. Donate all the junk. For proficiency. Because I'm just not gonna spend anything on them until we reach the end of the event, and then if I still need to
Nice doing
add a
business
few,
with you.
because yeah, we'll need 20 of them, which isn't gonna happen quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna go do a weekly. If anybody still needs one and is interested in joining, or just is interested in joining, even if you have it already, we're gonna go do the Conies and the Mannings, just, and then likely need to do a cleaner thing afterwards. But yeah, if anybody is interested, let me know. It's come a new shotgun. Oh, do you mean just what has changed about the Scorpion? It's gonna, like, first of all, its reload and base are gonna go down together with the 612 because that's its base weapon. And then as well, it's getting changed. Like the talent is now basically, you know, where this is like a 1, 3, 6, 7, it's gonna be 3, 6, 9, 10. So first off, for the shock and for also the plus 20, you need to reload at least once, and that's with the newer reload, which isn't this 4.4 seconds. It's going to be like 2 point something seconds. And yeah, that's just gonna make it. But still, like that 3-shot poison is gonna be, instead of like the 3-shot disorient, it'll still be good for like getting fire cams on target and stuff, but it's not gonna be as OP as it used to be. Definitely. Just also because of the 612s changes that are upcoming. Because yeah, a lot of my weapons are 612s as well. Although as well here, for instance, mops. Yeah, those are gonna mostly become SASGs if you're just using the shotgun as a shotgun. And it is under. No, we'll keep you still slot. Yeah, if you want to join, that doesn't seem to be that much interest. But yeah, if you've already done it but just want to tag along, feel free to. Do you have me already on this account? I'm on my main account. I don't remember what your. I remember your in-game name being, or actually no, it's the same one. Right? Just feel free, or I'll send an invite down. Yeah, we'll keep a spot for Xander, and if somebody else wants to join as well, let me know. That's also nice as well. I'll get to you because I was gonna swap off of Eclipse, but we'll just take Eclipse then. Let's take. Actually, let's take 4 directives. I don't have ongoing on this character, but at least I do have an ongoing, but it's not the one I want to run now. I'm doing the mosquito. What's it?
Okay, Agent.
The mosquitoes.
The Black Tusk are keeping
Mosquitoes also getting changed,
inside
but
a
yeah.
chamber by the ballpark.
Maybe we can like
There's
rephrase
no
the
way
actual
you'll get
question.
in
Yeah.
undetected, but I'll guide you through best I
I'll be able to
can.
answer it there.
To get to the ballpark,
Hostile radio intercepted.
Oh, I totally forgot. I have cool skills.
Thunder, sir. Division agents are attempting to breach the perimeter. Well, take care of it. Protect the asset. Of course, sir.
everything under control there, Sumner?
Jones, I'm on top of it. Thanks.
That there wasn't that useful because I need my fire chems, honestly. So I should put this back to Hive as well. The chopper. I'll just put a grenade on top. I'll just cook myself. Look at that, just tiniest sliver of armor preventing the armor break. I'll just get him on the ground. What are the targets here? Hardware and Gila, not very useful.
Through the murals to the roller coaster.
Oh yeah, just try doing the repair of the easy anti-cheat. That's a lot faster than
Working on
verifying.
it, sir.
Because if you remove PTS, yeah, that's a known issue for like forever. And we're gonna toss a grenade, kind of get in position, open the door from this side, because you can just do that. And that's how the cool kids do it. Because you have to eventually open the door to trigger the enemies to spawn, but we can be already in position and like ready to go. Oh, there's still a minigun down there. I was gonna say there's still a minigun down there. We're gonna get it. Oh, I missed completely there. Okay, the dog is in it as well now. So I need to swap to Sledge, of course. If I want Sledge. I want Sledge. Swap the Sledge. But yeah, the days of the Scorpio just being a one-shot stagger on reds and purples is gonna be behind us, sadly.
Enemy approaching the coaster from the murals.
Use the mortars! Sir, but what about our troops? I suggest they cross their fingers and continue to do their job. Yes, sir. Copy that.
Okay, check this on this. The mosquito looks up before. I mean, it's basically Sledge as it was. It will actually be not as easy to apply in some cases, and then easier to apply in other cases. Because, you know, back in the day where you would just do it with a flame grenade or something, and you wouldn't even per se need line of sight, like you could get it around the corner. That's no longer the case. You need line of sight to apply it. So it's basically gonna have ups and downs for PvP. Because honestly, I don't think. I mean, it's also gonna eat up your exotic slot. So for one person, it's gonna eat up their exotic slot. At the very least. But yeah, I'm surprised that they kept like the Sledge effect at like 40%. Because I would have just dropped Sledge to like 20% and just done that and not touched the mosquito. No. Oh well, maybe made the mosquito like the per shot, every shot pulls all the enemies towards you. Give something for kind of threat. Because it already doesn't work for a lot of like raid and stuff bosses. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe raid bosses does work. I know it doesn't work for raids. At least I think, like I've seen people say it doesn't work for me. It's like run through a mortar because I'm an idiot. How much you're training as well. We'll save the last spot for staying there. But yeah, I need the game, the PTS version of the game and the normal version both use the same easy anti-cheat. So when you uninstall, yeah, it'll often lead to that issue. That's why I generally just don't uninstall the PTS. It's just easier. I'm not sure as well if the repair will work because.
I guess being this close, you're out of firing range.
But yeah, you can always verify files to get it
near the boardwalk. You'll need to take them out before you can disable the launcher.
Oh yeah, verifying files takes quite a bit. Any suggestions for the rifles next season? So gonna have to look at aces. But honestly, one of the things is, of course, now that they're auto firing, they can just be as secondaries and stuff. Because one of the things is, for instance, with the Mark 17, you have a really high, like unmatchably high.
Be able to control the mortars from here.
Yeah, the button. Oh yeah, I'm all. You can just hit it right away.
Another agent has
When
joined.
we're running kind of forward and just some grenades.
Connecting to targeting system.
So far, so good.
I don't want to sledge those guys.
To take control of the launcher. Kill them, or I swear I'll
It's
kill
gonna.
you. Yes, sir.
Actually, oh, we have ongoing.
Whatever happens, Agent, make sure Isaac completes the process.
I'll take it up to 5 directives then for the next one. Oh, that face. It's already.
Targeting system commandeered.
You
I was
did it.
already one
I got
phase ahead.
control of the mortars. Head toward the big tower across the beach. You're not that far from the ballpark.
I'm gonna catch these guys as they spawn.
Agent, I'm gonna try and clear the road for you.
This wave isn't important enough for us. Also, automatic grenades, so there's that.
See that?
Set the sky on fire. But yeah, we're just gonna run. I think for a lot of rifles, you can just run them. You know, the way you would do ARs.
Dang it, I'm out of mortars.
But then you still can do a
Wish I could've been
specific,
more help, Agent.
like, even for instance in Heartbreaker and stuff, just going flatline instead of going flatline AR, going flatline rifle. But yeah, you can't per se stack, like main that for stacks. But I think going rifles and ARs is gonna be like a general thing we might do next season, especially for ranges as well, because we have that mechanic on top as well next season, of course. So, because rifles do a lot better at beyond 30. Like none of the ARs really still have their 35. Like there's like 2 ARs that still have their 35. Alright. If we can, there's the generator for that turret in the back. That one kind of needs to go. Get that still in.
There's a gate ahead. If you go through it and up the ramp, you can access the ballpark from the bleachers.
I have some ammo here.
I'm hearing a lot of fucking ruckus.
That's a
Are you in control of
These
this shit
nieces
or
are
not?
making me
Whenever you
think.
feel like sharing your concerns with me, don't.
My question would be why. Not much, not that much is changing, honestly.
amateur bullshit.
Like,
Should've fucking known.
as a person with an entire builds collection with dozens upon dozens of builds, well, like mostly the weapons are gonna kind of shift around again. But we already had that with Project Resolve anyway, earlier on. Like this new rebalancing is just gonna add on top. Strikers is gonna change a little bit. Some builds are gonna come in like Aces. Heartbreakers is gonna, in its current incarnation, if it stays like that, is gonna come in, but not much else actually changes. Like it doesn't. We'll be able to run other brands than Cheska without it being a severe loss, which is a good thing in my opinion. But yeah, there's no like sweeping changes where
I see you at the ballpark, Agent. Chernenko is
we're all
right
gonna
there,
suddenly
inside
run
the
Tip of the
containment
Spear
chamber.
and heart
Not
wires
allow
and
the division to get anywhere near
stuff
the
like that.
asset.
And if you guys get a chance, especially to get the turrets, I'm gonna actually go and kill this one. It's gonna take me forever, but I need this thing gone. Let's use that one there. It's kind of hard to tell there. There's usually a spawn that happens here
Threats engaged.
and there.
I have the enemy.
Oh. Really?
Lost someone. Ah, fuck.
Okay,
Mini
this
tanks.
ends now. I'm
Multiple
going
here.
in.
Oh. They're gonna run past me there. I just always wanting to know what is being ran. That's the basis of knowing how aggressive I can be. Sleep. Yeah, no reason. Thanks for joining, Tonical. Likely long gone. At least I hope you are and getting some rest.
Sumner. Sumner. Is Ternenko secure? Sumner.
Oh, you wouldn't want to run just installer when it doesn't detect it, because that can get you into a bad loop. Like if the initial install is broken, it's just going to keep pulling resources, and just like I can see a fail point there, like instantly. That's likely why it doesn't. Like it just pops up an error and gives the choice to the. Because otherwise, if one of the like installs was bugged or something and it didn't detect itself being installed, you know, CrowdStrike style.
Thank you.
I could see some issues there. Let's farm. How do I do light than 4?
Okay, we need to get Ternenko on that extraction chopper now.
Why is AC? Bad working. These guys, let's see. And things also should from current points, yeah, that's kind of it. White deaths, if you're running, like if you didn't keep yours from earlier. Otherwise as well, the custom M44 if you want to have like the SR1 experience, but then in I'm out of it already. The White Death and the custom M44 as like MRs there. Magnums if you want to use pistols, although the Harvest is of course kind of looking as being the best one. If you're using SMGs, because it doesn't have any SMGs in there, I mean, we can have to look at it. TAC Vector, Vector, and SMG 9A2 are all kind of looking appealing in their own ways. So that's a few more. Keep in mind as well, everything is still subject to change. These are not final. If you just want to have something to farm and go farming, do it for that. But you know, there might be some other changes. They might move some stuff again up, and you know, you might not have the you might not have it as good as we're expecting it now with some of the weapons. So there might be a new top spot in some categories just by rebalances. So just to temper expectations, especially. Because yeah, for myself, I'm not gonna, although I have of course a lot of the weapons and stuff, but I'm just gonna not per se farm towards them. I'm just gonna keep, like if I get carbine or something, I'm gonna keep it. But more so that than actually going out and farming for it.
Ma'am, the division managed to extract
Yeah, let's get the
Ternenko.
secret one in here.
We'll retrieve him later.
Do one of those, ignite them both.
What about the deal, ma'am? Fuck the deal.
Some
Fuck
extra
Ternenko,
loot.
and fuck you. Kina is the objective.
Wait, if that didn't go through all 3 items. The new boss might be my favorite for the season. The secret spot is going to be even crazier, yeah. Honestly, having played it a little bit, I might actually go the route with it, which is to keep it at 10 seconds. Because that still works out kind of like for the cadence that you can pull. It's actually kind of hard to actually get that 5 second, like every time triggered, depending on build as well. But because yeah, you could of course do it differently and maybe get that, but I might just go for the 10 seconds and get a backpack talent.
An agent needs assistance.
Because the backpack talent would of course be also quite an increase in damage. Especially something like combined arms and just triggering it right before it all hits. So.
I think I spotted Dolores and a patrol moving toward the Ferris wheel.
Hard reset there.
A number of Black Tuskers staying behind on the street. Looks like a
Where they
trap.
landed. Yeah, let's get all the loot in the next room before we engage anyone. I should be looking from the exotic ones. MG5 and infantry. Actually, so LMGs are kind of looking good as well with the changes to crit chance. But yeah, MG5 and infantry MG5 both look okay. Look pretty good. M249 kind of looks good, but it needs to be like steady-handed or fast hands. Actually, MG5 as well, honestly. But yeah, all of them are kind of at the moment overshadowed by the exotics. Like Bullet King is at this at the stats we had in BTS, like the clear choice. Like that and Pestilence were like the clear choices. Like the current version of the Bullet King has the same crit chance and crit damage, or well, the same crit chance as other gear would have, and then on top of that has you know, its talent. So, yeah, I'm sure didn't get that chest here. We'll go catch up to him and start engaging here. What do you have? This is for rifle. I always use Heartbreaker build in Ouroboros. Likely the Ouroboros might be an exit on there, but to me those two don't gel well anyway. And yeah, a flatline. Some of the flatline SMGs will be competitive to that. If Heartbreaker changes go in as they are, that's quite a big buff to Heartbreaker by itself anyway, so you would likely even still be ahead of what you have now. So, but I'd be curious to see if the flatline or if the Heartbreaker changes go in as they are at the end. It just seems a bit much.
Dolores is moving through the haunted house up ahead. I'll keep an eye on the outside. Be careful, Agent.
I'm playing what's maybe you're not 4 months to get over, but it's pretty long. It was I mean, that kind of depends on who you're running with. Always, yes. Because plenty of people will share. Going to so far plays with us, and this change is going to be hard. I mean that's likely as well. Then maybe why you struggle. Honestly, yeah, current Heartbreaker like does not compete with strikers at all, especially in Incursion where you can go 200 sacks pretty easily. Because yeah, chest striker on that is very much the way to go for Incursion.
System back online.
And we're gonna get Radigan. So we're gonna get all the loot here. There's this one in the back here. Spoken with max in mind, the PTS looks to be flat at best here. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't expect any of the exotics to make it to the main game the way they are now. Otherwise, as well, like that would be just a failure in balancing. Like if you're gonna balance stuff, like they've done it really. Like I'm actually pretty happy with how they are in the high ends. I honestly, overall a good job. There is of course, you know, there's some standouts that are that could do better. MP7 and AUG kind of come to mind, where they are undertuned actually. They don't really have a role at the moment, but there's only a few of those, and there really isn't. As we shoot the 4 rats, and for that we get Radigan in return.
Dolores. Deal done. I don't really need you. Stick around. Enjoy the park. It gets cold in here.
And this thing by the door, just one person needs to be back here to trigger the next part.
Hostiles detected.
I can send the chem from where I am. Stay in the back there. And yeah, for our troubles of shooting those rats, we're gonna have, with this part, an extra cleaner boss, which will help out as well with okay. So then we just have to do one bounty music. We'll get Braddock in here.
I just spotted Dolores and her patrol on the boardwalk. Looks like they barely managed to pass by a group of cleaners.
And I remember this one, for instance, as a secret being discovered due to hint from the devs. They basically said there is something up with the rats in Coney, and yeah, of course, one of the first things people then try is to shoot them, and then when you shoot the rats, their eyes go out. So that makes it so that you know, then it was pretty easy to like figure out. Okay, some of the rats do lose the red eyes, and then you shoot all of those, and then because also I remember at the start of it, it was like 6 rats or something that people were talking about, but 2 of them actually don't, like, their eyes don't go out, but they were kind of part of the thing there, and then people went like, oh no, wait, if we just shoot these 4, that's enough.
Cleaners, division, whoever the hell is in our way, empty a fucking mag in their head. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, get ready, Agent, because they look ready for you.
Seems kind of unnecessary. Does it? It's like the top. Like if a weapon deserves a nerf, it's the order. Honestly, because keep in mind, for a lot of these nerfs that are coming in, like strikers, like most people that kind of have a decent understanding of the game will not be in disagreement with neither the Oreo, neither the Elmo, neither the strikers getting nerfed, neither Scorpio. Like those were always the things we would call overpowered. So they're getting pulled back into line. I'm honestly completely for the way Witch and stuff, because yeah, now it's getting overshadowed by a few other weapons, but those weapons should just not overshadow it in with their talents. That's just the real only thing. Because yeah, if you just remove one overpowered thing and just replace it with another overpowered thing, you haven't really solved an issue. Aim and pull the fucking trigger.
Can someone get a fucking mark on
But I'm using a fire cam. Yeah, you need to catch up on the in-game chat. There's some stuff happening. No, but things that can do it by just burst and sustain. So yeah, you're talking about the Regulus there. Regulus still requires a lot more setup, especially as well with build and stuff. And Regulus can't do everything. Like there's, you know, we don't go Regulusing into the incursion or into raids that much.
Dolores and the rest of her patrol are headed to the road.
But yeah, Headhunter kind of also, I would have expected Headhunter to be touched. Not even per se determined, but Headhunter. But they're not. So. Lowering the cap for it on a little bit would be like what I would have like. That was my opinion on it when it was first added. It should have been that, like, even with the highest snipers and stuff, that you can barely do a named solo. Like if you cap at like 21 million ish with like just a marksman rifle, then it can't do the OP things that you have going on now. Well, that was my opinion on it, like when it got released, even so.
thought you'd be dead by now, but you are one tough cookie.
Come out of your little hidey hole, you fucking coward. And I'll show you exactly
Oh yeah,
how
in current
tough I
game it
am.
is pretty.
Thanks, but we're done here.
Although, I mean, it didn't get nerfed or anything into the current game, so it's doing like what it always did. It's just
You
other weapons
goddamn
around it
little
got moved up,
piece
so
of
it
shit.
just lost its spot completely.
I've got eyes on Dolores and the surviving members of her unit by the collapsed coaster.
Doesn't mean it's need more resources without doing changes in the resource. No, it's just gonna be the same game, but you know, a few builds are gonna change here and there. Just apply the applicable changes for yourself as well. Honestly, if you just run next season what you're running this season, you'll be fine. Like that's still more than enough for dealing with heroic solo and stuff. Like that's not.
Alright. Who's up
Like
for
Striker, you're
some
going to like
villages?
what
I know I
something
sure as
around like
fuck am.
just under 90% of what it was. Still means you're still melting everything. You're just melting them like a little less. So for instance, it would be kind of like going from a grade 20 weapon to a grade 0 weapon. Like that's the same amount of loss they're traveling. Which, you know, we used to do everything with Strikers already without grading. Because it didn't exist yet. So it's not gonna be that big. It's gonna take a little bit to just get reacquainted. I was gonna say acclimatized, but reacclimatized. Why can't I say that in that order? To all of the changes and stuff, but you know, that's just the fact of life.
Guess I have to take care of your sorry ass
Things
before I
change.
get to Kina.
And
Ma'am,
honestly, these aren't that big of changes.
come in. Fuck. Jones is gone. We failed the mission.
Keener, that son of a bitch. Not only did he manipulate the Black Tusk,
OP
he
mean
suckered
that
us
insurance.
too.
Overpowered, yeah. So when we say it's OP, it's just
At least we have
too good
Trinenko and can find
in
out
comparison
what
to
he
things
knows.
around it.
It's pretty clear that Keener is planning something big. With Trinenko's intel, hopefully we can stop whatever Keener is planning.
Yeah,
Good job,
that's up
Agent.
there as well.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Let's take it. To take it annoyingly back to DC, we can directly go to over there, but those first power still has an SMG. Kind of have to get close with those. I mean, the thing is, so much content that we have is fine getting close, like the incursions, like the raid and stuff like that. But yeah, it's getting a tune down because also it's not getting completely like neither that nor the Elmo is completely like toothless now. It's you know, let's toggle it once before we go there. No, have to toggle it once again when we get there. Because yeah, it is the invaded mission for today, this week. It's not open on it. Yeah, we'll have to see actually how they eventually land. And there's well, it's not hard work. It's a lot of work. It's just tedious work. But I don't mind doing it. I mean I need these answers for myself as well with like the analysis, like the I don't have another loading screen. With the burst and sustain tables, like I need them for myself anyway, so to make any real decisions off of. Actually for this one, let's maybe take 4. It will be really handy for us to have the hives and for us to also have my Stinger hive.
The priority is to neutralize Emmeline Shaw, but you'll need to get control of the monorail system in order to reach her. The main entrance will be well guarded, but it's the easiest way in, and they won't be expecting company.
Well, maybe they've altered something there, or maybe we're all doing it now a lot. So Maybe we were just seeing it more often, but it doesn't seem like a control point that I haven't done often. So yeah, getting a guy in the loot room.
Intercepting enemy
I
communication.
guess it's not a recent change or anything, because I would have still ran into it anyway. But yeah, because I've definitely seen that in the past, but it's like, yeah, I saw it yesterday, of course, and the last time was like years ago. And I bounced one off the ceiling there, although that was not... Oh, the glass panel there is actually real. A lot of these glass panels are not real. But that one was. P416. Even though it was a flatline one, I'm gonna stick to my free talented one. That's also the weird thing. So they touched everything. They touched mods, like and stuff. They didn't touch third stats. Like, how did that happen? Because it's still gonna just be detox all the way down, or third stats. Detox ACRSS, I'll take those. Although I have too many of those anyway already. It's not gonna be too big of a thing. I was there to delete that way, so this way, just to catch them as they spawn. There's the boss.
The main control room for the monorail system is further into the park. Looks like the quickest route is through the deep sea exhibit.
Oh nah, especially next season, not the Savage Wolverine, the named one with perfect close and personal. Because keep in mind that range is going to be a theme like for the entirety of next season. Putting yourself at that talent. Also, close and personal is just too short range, like just in general. It's just not a good pick.
Intercepting
as a
enemy
talent.
communications.
Rainer, where are you?
We just got to the aquarium.
Fucking finally. Okay, they're probably coming right to you.
We'll give him a nice, warm welcome.
He's no longer being a thing with... I can kind of understand that. I'll miss him. I liked doing leagues. I've always gotten 120 in all of the leagues, and then actually when they'll end, I can say I have gotten 120 in every league that has ever existed. Even though that nowadays, of course, means nothing. That just means you grinded the special ones. But you know, the old ones, there was some pride to be had there with, for instance, DARPA at 18 minutes. But I can kind of understand that they're adding so many other things that, yeah, they're just going to keep it to the modifier, the global events.
Rainer, what's your status?
And then like the unlocking scouts and stuff. I can see them removing one thing on top of that. Like just to keep it not too cluttered. One of the things as well that is actually interesting is that the scout system seems to be account-wide, where now, of course, the manhunts are per character. Curious to see how that will work with comms, if it just unlocks them for all characters.
Low-level radio repeater detected. Pinpointing location.
Because that could be an issue that I can foresee. I didn't check actually in
The
the
outcasts must be using it to boost
ETS.
the range of their comms. Taking
Not
that
sure
equipment
anybody
offline will
did.
make it harder for them to coordinate against you.
But go set up for this wave.
I'm gonna take you apart.
That's the reason I go with a hive. Hive can actually delete a wave. That's why I'm also always not a fan of seeing people with double fires, like fire sticky and fire chem. Like, hell, I take a blinder firefly over its second fire. Okay, you can see the building from here. I'm actually gonna stay up here. Actually, nah, maybe I should.
This is Hostellar. We need backup.
Anybody in range of the
Maybe
Savannah
not.
exhibit? Head
Maybe
there
I will.
now.
I might die now.
Everybody else, fall back to the aviary and make sure no
I'm
one
gonna put my
gets
sting hive
through.
over there. I'm even out of range to see that there's fire going, even though my fire ticks are like taken away. So there's that.
You should be able to fry that repeater by overloading the power supply.
Ah, no fucking way!
If we can spawn camp them, that's gonna work out. Be a lot faster for us.
At least the best.
Radio repeater disabled.
That'll cut the
That's
range of
like
their
that.
comms
Let's get a little-
significantly. Keep
Right.
going. You should be coming up on a monorail
jump to
station
that anyway here.
soon. The control room will be overlooking it.
But I got down on the time a lot. Animation. I'm gonna guess it's like my guess was that it was gonna be hostage rescues, but I didn't get any hostage rescues to happen. And then also having to do 3 hostage rescues would be a lot actually to ask from. Oh yeah, I'll leave that loop there. Because also that zone doesn't have that much in the form of hostage rescues. So we'll see. Although SRB, out of firing sense, I as well of all the firing it. I mean, it's all of the rifles got tuned down a little bit in comparison to what they used to have as burst and sustains, but that was also then needed if they're gonna be full auto without macroing me. So
Nearby echo
what happens
detected.
there is that it's actually not too bad because it has the biggest kick just because also it's firing faster than most of the things around it. But it was controllable and yeah, felt pretty okay. Although I think my go-to will be the lightweight M4. Mostly as well, just because of its reload. One of the things is that, they're really using reload now as a balancing factor. Which is a good choice. I don't disagree with that. I keep forgetting what I don't have cool skills on. I can just put my hive out there. Now let's actually do the B-boss. Right, let's get some extra loot out of it. Anyway.
We're in position.
I think
Anybody
also,
seeing anything?
I think they have to also be in Foggy Bottom, like the other things.
Say again. I didn't get any.
But yeah, I'm not sure anybody actually, but I mean, somebody likely
Anybody
figured
copy?
it out. I don't know.
Hello? Shit.
Also, I barely spent time with that system. Yeah, let's go get all of the... Let's get the extra B-boss. So we be prepared. Well, Pumic isn't around, but yeah. In honor of Pumic. He always loves it. Renier doesn't look too bad on its stats, but to me, a lot of the weapons around it, I prefer them by feel. MDR actually jumps around quite a bit. I think it's kind of the more flattest shooter, kind of. But definitely, it's kind of with the rifles as well, kind of with the ARs. There's a whole mid pack that you can kind of choose between, and not you're not like really. Did we break the glass there? Up there. It's talking and not paying attention.
Looks like you're right by that monorail station. The
The
control room is just on the other side of the aviary.
No fight with Isaac. Oh, let's see. Likely not. Maybe they'll give us a boss, kind of like in Metal Gear 5, where we get special ammo. Yeah. Ongoing. Where we use the water gun. We'll see. I just mean scale build. No, there's some light changes to there. But actually the capacitor is getting moved up so much that... I mean, even the current capacitor is already kind of good, so... We'll kind of see how that lands. Okay. Breaking all the beehives, so we be prepared. And then we'll get an extra bus down here. Hoping we did get the one at the end. Well, the one thing with this as well is we get a lot of loot. Yeah, let's actually get this out. Let's actually get this out. Then hit the button. Let's have a run through our sledge. Is that a bee? It almost looked like a bee. It would be funny how getting attacked by a bee in real life, he's just reaching through the matrix and just... Oh yeah, no, it was a big ass fly. Where did it even go? So, wait, what happened there? Show me your build. I'm running a Fire Eclipse at the current time. It's on the build collection. It's 3.05. So you just use that one as the layout for it. Is that 3.05? That's what I generally run in groups. I'm generally the Eclipse main. So I'm just getting all the action. It's not actually damage.
Listen, they know about the monorail. You need to shut it down. Is anybody reading this? Disable
This
the
boy was late.
motherfucking monorail.
Oh, that's because this guy fell back to here. No, they spawn there next. I'm kinda just waiting for that. Also, I'm not gonna put a chem down there because, yeah, they usually auto ignites there. Supposed to keep the Isaac is gone, yeah. Well, 27. Y26 is going to be 27 next year.
That should be the
Don't
place.
try it now.
See if you can patch Isaac into the control board.
In the new season, yeah. I'm kind of curious as well how that reflection will work with like skill damage and stuff. I didn't get to test it.
Interfacing.
Or what skills. I'll have to see. It would be interesting with Eclipse. It could be kind of like a killer to Eclipse. If you know, if it just reflects those damages. Yeah, the rifle category in Division 2 is basically a bunch of stuff that was MMRs, because the rifle category in Div 1, there was no rifle category. It was ARs and there was MMRs. So what they did to make the rifle category is they took a few ARs, they took a few MMRs, and kind of... and even an SMG, the USC, and made all of them into that rifle category. Actually, just as well, seeing as we're getting all the loot, I'm gonna at least have that up there. I've set them on fire. I did my part. There's a crate down here. Everybody should be in range for this one as well. So, pretty. Come get this one. Yeah, slow reload complete. Huh? I mean, yeah, that's kind of the balancing factor between those two. Those two are very similar to each other, and then really one of them has a little bit more burst, and the other has, and then really bad reload, and then that's the other way around. So it does differentiate them, and also it's really bad reload is still not like an LMG reload. And yeah, hoping everybody already got their loot. I'm guessing they would have. Just gonna stay out of it just in case, and then go in last.
They're coming! All the panel!
Maybe not gonna be here for Division 1 forever, so.
Automatic braking system activated.
All they are we used to play Division 1. I mean, yeah, there's still gonna be like a low RPM. There's still gonna be like rifles. But then, yeah, you just now can... You have a really slow firing rifle. Because yeah, even the slowest is 600, of course, still now. Although you still have SMGs that are 550 and stuff. But yeah, rifles are gonna cap at 420, so...
Serious trauma detected.
But that makes them pretty good as well for damage per mag and ammo conservation, so... You know, there is benefits to them. And as well, of course, some, you know... Will this be helpful to breaking point? Will this be helpful to aces? We'll have to kind of see how that lands out. So if I can get this shot in. Yep, nice.
Show them we're not afraid of them!
Well, the one thing escaped. Let's see this guy here. It's fine. A big ass fight. Exactly. That is the question. Indeed. And yeah, let's pull it up there. 305. Although, well, I'm not on character 3. This isn't exactly that character, but the build's been reworked to be like that one. This is character 2, but they have a different variants saved with opportunistic backpack, but I'm not gonna run that for a fire eclipse. I mean, yeah, that's still gonna be the case. But the thing is as well, having looked at aces again a little, aces is just not enough, honestly, I think. Like it's just a 30% amp that also has like a wind-up time. Also won't be always consistent. Even if you're getting all headshots, here and there you'll get that, you know, you'll trigger it on 3, but you'll only get 2 shots worth of buff. So... I'm gonna actually like giving it a good try. PDS2 will be my time to kind of actually try out a bunch of stuff because PDS1 got kind of eaten up by me working and me wanting to really have a look at the burst and DPS changes, the burst and sustain changes. So yeah, let's go get the key chests here. Let's put in range. Not sure everybody is actually in range. That was the MPX now currently. That was just basically... It used to be exotic, now it's just a normal weapon basically in Division 2. Did I not grab the boss with that? I don't get it. We'll leave that for later. Over it. Infamous exotic, yeah. Used to be the bullfrog in Division 1. Used to be exotic.
Come on, kill me if you can.
It's instead of headhunters always. It's yoinking kills that we can get them on fire.
Explosives detected. Agent down.
I'm just gonna wait for somebody to plant as I see amateur getting in. Because I'm gonna go over there, but also I'm really close to armor rack. So let's get our lead here. So we have a few crates in the gift shop. As well, it's gonna be them. Oh, yeah, that's actually as well kind of. But also, I might say like that's even overkill for like the rifles as they're going to be. But for instance, that high end will be competitive. I would say. Yeah, let's just get. I was gonna say like maybe we do some coordination here, but we're gonna get the. Try to get the thingies and then we'll just see what happens.
Immediate med.
Suddenly double tap there instead of the full heal that I needed anyway. Because actually, yeah. Oh, forgot about that way. I'm picking it up myself. I know exactly when the wave is spawning. Oh, that's not what Eagles Grasp. I mean, yeah, none of the like ACR and light pick up 4 and stuff will really have much jumping around happening with that. I'm gonna put it there. Like, I'm sure there's even anything spawning there anymore. One lawnmower lady somewhere.
See how the mama bear is watching us? She's making sure we aren't gonna try to hurt her baby. That's what mothers do.
Friends are just the same going with different battles. You think they're mostly the same. And yeah, there are also like, you know, in game versions, like, because you got to keep in mind in like real life as well. If you want to like balance it towards real life, most of the bullpup weapons would like have a longer reload overall, for instance, but then they would have better accuracy and stability. But yeah, that's not like they don't balance them for that. Oh, the OCER. I mean, it's still going to be a rifle. Keep that in mind. It is not.
What a fucking waste.
It is not becoming a full-fledged AR.
The lives you could have saved.
It's still going to have that
She was
same.
right, you know? Killing her won't end the outcast.
Base damage and
might
RPMs that
even
it
make
has
them more
there. It
dangerous
is
for a
also
while.
just going to jump more
But
than
without her
ARs
to hold
between
them together,
shots, because
they're gonna start
it's
to
definitely
unravel.
it's a different, very different recoil pattern to them. You'll kind of get a feel for it once we get it actually. But yeah. Another 6 kills. Is it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's like, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't say what I'm thinking. How was that about showstopper? Oh, I get that's the question. Yeah. Because yeah, but showstopper, we also had actually like SSG with like I don't remember what it was called anymore, but hope that maybe they bring that back, or maybe they turn the Overlord into that slug round shotgun.
Safe area detected.
Let's like cleaned up here real quick as I catch up as well. And next slide too. Yeah, no. Thanks for popping it, Kelly, and well, let's see you around. Saying we want new Cheska now. How do we get the increased chance now? We're saying no Cheska needed. Yeah, so Cheska is just 0.5% better than a mod. It technically will still be the better choice, because you can get 6.5 instead of 6, but you don't need it anymore. This is actually pretty much a big buff to, for instance, Palisades, Via, those kind of stuff around it. Also, a likely specific weapon damage, so going Fenris over Cheska is likely going to be the pick. So we're likely going to go, you know, like even if we're like keeping a blitz rate for sake of argument, we're going to go Fenris a blitz rate instead of Cheska blitz rate. And then we'll take the crit chance on the gear instead. Because that was the thing, that in the past, the Cheska was 4% more than a mod. So...
Agent, good to be seeing you.
like, if you were giving up that brand bonus for something else, you were giving it for a quite big loss. Now, something like 10% armor and kill looks a lot better than it used to. So. Because yeah, it's going to 6.5%. It's still like on a theoretical level, it is still the best pick, but yeah, not so much in comparison to like what it is now. It's like, although actually even not, maybe not. Like I have to, we'll do some of those calculations tomorrow with the new brand bonuses, but like actually, yeah. If you're going like Fenris, but then still it's single weapon. So for instance, with things like Strikers and Heartbreakers, you're likely to use an ACS quite a bit here and
An
there.
agent has gone offline.
Hey, kid, I'm not your dad.
Mm.
Come and visit
Wait,
me
what
once in a while.
I guess they raptured there. They were talking about getting some screenshots there, but as there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Such a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn, I'm hungry. I could eat a horse.
And yeah, if you guys are up for it, let's maybe just go roam a zone or something. Well, actually, maybe if you guys are up for it, I don't know if you have any of the characters left that need to do the Mooncake event. I wouldn't mind getting it on my third character as well. We just not the worst zones. It's shotguns and Sokolov. So yeah, let's maybe do that. Actually, but then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just quickly swap characters. So if you guys stay together, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna rejoin with the other character. I could have just logged that actually here. You guys are up for it. Also, if you guys have a character or maybe watch me or something there too that you wanted on, feel free to grab that because I'm pretty sure I haven't done any steps on this character. But also, yeah, if anybody else needs it, we'll do all these steps. We're 4 months away from Brooklyn DLC. Yeah.
Safe area entered.
Oh yeah, Medved. That was the. Although there was ACS, like the Showstopper was the only ACS in there, but I think there was. Like there was a SASG, but then the Medved was like the exotic one, right? Bad finger wanted to deploy alt shift. That is, yeah. That's why mine is on F12. Just F12. But yeah, if you guys are up for it, let's go and. Actually no. So my character is on doing Judiciary Square. Does any of you guys' characters need like at the start? Because we're gonna do it from the start if we need to. Detox or headshot or determined. Yeah, I have one determined one or one detox one that I can determine. Actually, do I want to run? I'll just run a Red Striker, I think. Obliterate the Yodi version. Oh, get you one chat. On to the zero model. Okay. I mean, yeah, the thing is though, you get like twice the chances. Let's go then. Yeah, let's go get some activities in Judiciary. So we do this. Let's go for this territory control. We'll come up from this side of the. We'll go get that territory control. Get this because then we can from there go to Hotel Infirmary. Most likely, I'll get this done, and we won't make it too late today. Making some done tomorrow because I have to do a few hours of work, but then I'll likely be able to stream in the afternoon, which I would love to. So let's go get that territory control, and we'll come up to the control point from behind it, basically, which will be cool as well. We don't do that often. I'll grab a pulse. Oh, actually, do I have any? Oh. Good. Yeah. Didn't have any. Wait. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's take all 5 directives. I should actually check for that. I'm gonna reset the world. Let's have the save houses. Got to yeah, we can Wait, why am I in combat? Oh, getting shot at by something out there. We'll just, yeah, we'll take 5 directors against, and also take ownership of the world. Loading screen here. I forgot the name. Yeah, there was one as well, indeed. I mean, yeah, a lot of. Still, in Division 1 as well, like, we had some weapons that were just exotic. MG5 was one as well, which was just exotic. And then, or well, no, not the MG5, the MG3. Like, the MG43. Wait, why did it reset the world but keep my... Huh, that's interesting. I'd never noticed before that. God damn it. No, but I want the control points. Took me to this character's world. Which I didn't know that if you take ownership and changed... although actually we just changed directive, so yeah. Because yeah, we need this control point later on, and we need this control point later on, so we have to... Yeah, let's go actually to this safe house. Oh yeah, that was a big lander, yeah. macOS keyboard. Oh yeah, solve that by never having used macOS. I guess select shut and then 200% stack. Yeah. Well, that's basically the Disaros in like the big Disaros on the Gunner, right? Not Gunner. What is a demo? We never use those guns. Super long day today. Well, time to relax and get some watching in and maybe hopefully playing as well for your own self. Yeah, let's go get this propaganda and then go into the control points.
I understand that these are harrowing times, that it feels as if this war...
Let's grab pulse and get rid of the... just in case we want to swap bills later. Pulse, pretty good. It's just activities here, right? It isn't of a faction. In the traits there. It's gonna go for the quick kills and stuff. I know where those crates are right now, so it's just too much time to go through. Sounds like a lot of work.
I want to take a moment to recognize the excellent and professional work of General Anderson. It is under his leadership.
Yes, nice. Yeah, I've gotten one on main account. I want at least one on every account. That would be nice. Like, already help a little. But yeah. Also, on main account, I wouldn't mind having multiples. Yeah. That's the annoying thing with it, it's actually good. So, but hopefully they either fix it before the end of the thing that you can get it from the hoarder, or they extend it and fix it. Or I'll even extending it without fixing it so you can have more chances at it. At least the third stat one, the part of it, you know, for a free talentable, that's a 1 in 12 basically, so gettable.
Manual override required.
Attention, all those who are sick, tired, hungry, and sick and tired of being sick, tired, and hungry.
Let's go for the control points.
The mouth from the south.
Chevron, no Chevron.
Forget I said that. If you're looking for a safe place to stay, come to the castle. Not plenty of space.
That's like some patrol leaving. There would be no rushers here normally. Alright, let's get going.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I'll get.
Vital signs critical.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have Golden Mullet as well. Let's see even up here. Let's see how that goes.
Heavily armed.
Outside of Golden Mullet though, it's so much better solo than in groups that you just, if you're gonna go grind it, you might as well do it solo, a large part.
Serious trauma detected.
I like playing in groups, so it's not it. Oh yeah, I like the tomorrow afternoon, first things first, is gonna be more doing some calculation stuff, because I didn't do that today. Today was a long day for me as well, work-wise, and I just wanted to play the game. But tomorrow we'll catch up on that. Everybody's ready. Let's get her going. So many doors here. I'm just gonna hold back my current here-ish.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Those guys are not from the full point though. Use them a little for stacking.
Heavily armed. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
Oh, nice. That as well.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
We'll deal with that in a second. More baby kind this to them buff range on that thing. So it's like they did actually get a range increase. It went from 16 to 20 optimal,
access unlocked.
which is actually a pretty big buff to it, optimal range wise.
Incoming
But also, yeah, I wouldn't expect, don't expect it to go into the game as it is there. It's way too overtuned. Like, this isn't the buff to it. This is completely like. Like completely just one gun kind of taking over. At least on the AR stuff, but then yeah, there's all of the exotics are kind of way overtuned. They're basically balanced without consideration that they have a talent, and some of their talents are really powerful. Like, I wouldn't expect it to go into the game as it is there. Do expect maybe a little bit of a buff to it, but also currently, like it's currently not bad. In current game, it's okay. Its downsides are very much more so that 45-second thing, and that's actually getting, it's getting less shots to get to the points where it is accurate or where it is where it's buffed. And his biggest issues are then still just going to be how inaccurate it is and how like still pretty short range of a weapon. But yeah, we'll have to see kind of. XP events, and I think we've never had anything above 2 times XP. And yeah, it's gonna be 1,000 levels, and we're gonna have the weekend to get it done. At 5 times, so yeah, that's basically if you get 200 levels, what used to be normally 200 levels, you'll get 1k levels for that. I'm not a fan of those kinds of things. I totally understand why others are, but honestly, I think they're bad for the game. Especially if they're too short like that. People will burn themselves out so much. Trying to get those, like, for a lot of us, for me, getting 200 on an account or on, it isn't too hard. Definitely not in a weekend if I wanted to. And same should be for, like, a lot of people. The issue is more the people that don't go that fast, that are, like, on challenging without directives and stuff normally. They need to, like, they're just gonna burn themselves out. Like, I see that already happening. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Yeah, let's go get that. But yeah, let's try to avoid. I mean, yeah, we can't really avoid them. Let's just get those activities along the way. Regional testing, videos. Yes, all they I've ever heard. Oh, there's plenty as well that are like. There's plenty of creators and stuff as well that are like on board with the changes. I am. Just don't give those guys views. Don't give those guys engagement. That is exactly what they're after. Just forget about them and just. To be on Lone Star, yep. That's kind of what I was running in the past. I used to run Lone Star a lot in Division 1. Mostly because it was like the first set that I had a classified version for, so it kind of became my go-to just for that. And, you know, then even later when I had some other ones, but yeah, let's just engage these. Let's just get them out of the way. These are pretty quick anyway.
Vital signs critical. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Something hit markers there. Territory here as well. Actually, there's a scout need. Yeah, we can grab some food here. Friday, I think. Yep. Replace a obliter chest in your recommended builds. On a lot of builds, yeah, it will get replaced. Spotter is competitive with it now, and that's gonna eat into it. But still, a lot of builds will be better off with Obliterate than a lot of other things. But honestly, I think my general striker is going to become Glass. And then Heartbreaker doesn't use the chest, and Vigilance didn't get touched, so... Oh well, it doesn't use a high-end chest, that's what I mean. So, it'll use Vigilance backpack, so that doesn't matter there.
Hostile control point identified.
Well, yeah, we'll kind of have to look at it and kind of play around with it. Because just stacking to 17 is, yeah. The other thing is if you're going spotter, you're kind of looking. There's some food up there, but it's fine. you're locking yourself into technician and stuff. That's also kind of like technician isn't bad, but it's also not great. Like I'd pick gunner for solo and demo or survivalist over it for. I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm just to avoid this being shot with a unsuppressed weapon. I'll just grab that quick. Because yeah, let's not have these guys be aggroed yet. Around here, let's get her going. Just gonna hunting that backpack there. Fishing side. Not pushing too far because I'm not gonna survive when they spawn on top of me.
Serious trauma detected. Heavily armored hostile
Vision
detected.
kind of handy here. And I'm curious to see as well if it'll be the, because we had directives already, other world directives on the PTS. You know, we're swapping to Pistolero, we were swapping to special ammo.
Assistance.
And no regen. And then keeping cool skills. Which I'd be interested in seeing if that's the final version. Because the no regen is kind of painful as well. Like honestly, I take fragile armor way over no regen, even with it bugging. You know, let's get ready to call him in. So I should call him in. Okay. Let's get this done and get Red Dragon, and then
En route.
it for me for today.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Story ready for it. I might do the same as well during this week. And I'm gonna be on that side, otherwise my pulse would have spotted. I might try to get the hardcore character on third account as well during this week. That'll also give me something to do instead of Golden Miller. Get over there.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Are they on that side there? One of the things as well I feel that a lot of people don't understand is the same way that you can kind of corner peek on the sides, you can also kind of corner peek on height. There just isn't enough places that you can really do it. Are they another? No. It's getting pushed back. Other side. Some medic rezzing already. There's also convoy coming in, likely to here. That's friendly on there. I think I'm just gonna go get that now.
Hostile supply convoy nearby. Heavily armored hostile detected. Incoming hostiles detected.
No, no. Just saw a mark in the distance and it was automatically, yeah, it was just 2 marks, so.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh, there's a convoy. Okay, that's what's happening. It's like, why is it marking these people? You know that convoy I was talking about earlier? Yeah, right.
An agent needs assistance. Hostile control point nearby.
Oh, that's sound right there. Oh, that was the last one over there. Yeah, we got up in that. So we got our lid up here quickly. In a second, I'm gonna go for Red Dragon.
Supply room access unlocked.
Although Lone Star didn't work with SMGs, did it? Or am I misremembering? Obliterate and Striker with a scan. Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of the like Determined still being there as it is kind of weird when they're rebalancing everything else. We'll see what the final outcome will be, but I mean, they're still kind of expelled from a lot of stuff anyway, so. Back to class, yeah. Also, as well, Cheska, for instance, now not being as you know, powerful, like actually perfect glass. Even if you're getting that 13 headshot, which isn't that useful, it's still like that 5% extra exists. Let's start moving to Red Dragon. Let's go capture that. Do we actually get completion on this? I'm gonna guess we did, yeah. And yeah, I'm not gonna repair any of my armor rigs and stuff. I'll red build, I don't care about that. Health gate is where it's at. Into concussion on my back right now. Vigilance, but like I would definitely pick vigilance over concussion because the uptime that you have on it is kind of the same, like downtime wise that you have with obliterate. It's certainly not bad, but yeah, my preference will kind of lean towards that one always.
Vital signs critical.
Especially as well, for instance, with Heartbreaker and stuff, where we're gonna start using it. Although as well, likely with Striker, for like a general use Striker, you're likely gonna go with Vigilance.
hostile detected.
As in, let's go get some ammo. Let's get our loot. Let's see what determine now considering what's already good. It's basically an MMR. I don't think it should go into the game with as high of a base that it has, but yeah, it's basically in the middle of the MMRs. Now, of course, it has less mod slots and stuff, but yeah, for determined especially, that thing's gonna be like the go-to because you don't care about aiming anyway.
Incoming hostiles detected.
From where we came. Partially as well, just that per shot reload, especially with snipers, is kind of super handy. Even though it has a pretty long reload. It has actually an increased reload now, but actually looking at it, it is basically, because you use that 5 rounds, so actually per round it is actually around the same reload. But being able to put in a shell or two, like just between waves and stuff, that's actually really handy. Instead of having to like do the entire, like you can't do the same with.
Serious trauma detected.
I mean, you can with White Dead and stuff, but it's not as easy. As like,
Hostile detected.
But White Dead will definitely still beat it, scopeless. Partially as well because it gets to have some mods, and of course, like, it's already ahead of it on base. Right?
Now there's a role model.
Two people get their harvest there. Actually, what's that? What's that? Let's actually see what harvest we got. Perchance spike. Yeah, that's getting. Get at it. Donate it right away just for it accidentally deconstructed.
Unlocked.
That was a whole week. Was on 4 days. They basically don't want everybody like to get that 1K. Like if you have the 1K just up, that also keep in mind that also kind of like lessens the value of SHD. Like if everybody's like super high SHD level, like, but having 1K for like people that want to grind it out, it is still too short. Like for a lot of people, they will not get that 1K. For a lot of people that do grind already and care about SHD a lot, they'll make it easily. 200 levels is not a lot of time spent. I mean, it is a lot of time spent. It's likely going to take you, even if you're going really quick, like 8 hours maybe. Voila. That's 25 per hour. I mean, yeah, that's actually on 7-ish, 8-ish hour, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, let's go take it back to the base of operations. That's gonna be it for me. We're gonna call it there. Just go get cleaned up, see if anything's worth keeping or sharing, and then sign off. Although of course on the Twitch end, I'm gonna go raid and we'll go raid someone. Oh yeah, also actually came up yesterday with DJ Tickle using. Somebody was pointing at that they seem to be using like my burst and sustain tables, but it's not exactly the same and stuff. Especially, which is really nice of polite of him and considerate of him. Tickle actually reached out to me in DMs on Discord, and we had a chat, and so it turns out that well, that was also fine, because first of all, it's kind of fine. Like, I'm okay if people other will show it. Of course, if they're actually using my exact versions, they, you know, it's in a place to. But actually, he wasn't. He was actually just using the layout, but he had filled it in himself. And the reason for that is actually it went through Dot. So Dot had sent him like a few of the files and stuff, and that was one of them for him to use, and he had used that. So that's why his one also like kind of looked like mine, but was kind of different, but also was also like differently filled in and different names for the weapons and stuff. So. But yeah, we gotta kind of like figure that out because he didn't know actually what the original source of that one was. So, so yeah, that kind of gets settled right away, which is good. Yeah. I kind of like Tickle, even though like I don't agree with a lot of the like the build stuff and stuff that he puts out in. And you know, he is clickbaiting and stuff, but he's not to the degree of a toxin kamikaze or stuff like that. Yeah, sadly, nothing worth keeping, nothing worth sharing. And next week we'll have fresh and new projects and everything. I'll say we got a few projects in Germany. How many resources am I up to? Or exotic components 1 or 3, because yeah, I just upgraded some things. Well, I don't remember what they were. Hopefully it's not stuff that is getting nerfed, but we'll see. Actually, is it Thursday or is it Friday? When does this thing start?
An agent has left your group.
3 days, 9 hours. So basically on the today and then 1, 2, 3. So Friday. So it starts Friday. No, that's not true at all, Xander. They know how to fix the tournament, they just choose not to. They have perfect determined, which works the way that we would want determined to work. Like, they still have the ability to all like just copy and paste code. Like, I don't know where this sentiment comes from. Like, they don't know how to fix it. Perfect determined has the code that works the way we want it. They're choosing not to, partially likely because they're, you know, a lot of people are using it and using it as a crutch, and they don't want to mess that up. Because, yeah, if you think people are bitching about strikers, just watch when determined, if determined ever was touched. But yeah, we're going to jump out of here. I'm going to thank Bad Gunner and Xander and an amateur for joining me. Hope you guys had some fun and some profit. As I'll leave here behind. As yeah, I'm going to end it up there. We're going to go raiding. I'm going to start looking in the background for somebody to raid. Actually, I might do that. Who's available? Likely he's towards his end as well. Oh, it's in solo. Fine. What loop is he at? Oh, his thing is over. That's annoying. It's like UI stuff for stream. Let's catch up on some of this last stuff before I leave. I just fix it. I know everybody likes it. I'm not a big fan of just the Headhunter gameplay anyway, so determined like on top doesn't really do it for me. And also in general in group play and stuff, it just, yeah, I just wouldn't. And generally as well, we just like don't allow it. Like today we had Xander running it, but yeah, I didn't care enough today. 100%. So yeah. Let's see, it's above. Yeah, actually, I was about to say, like, if you're playing solo, especially, I can see that. The thing is with Vigilance is, especially in a group setting, like, you know, not everybody's getting hit at once and stuff. So it kind of depends as well on those kinds of things. But yeah, so especially if you are playing solo and you're also getting all of the kills, because that's the thing as well with that. There's an on-kill component to it for the headshot part of it, or like the extra 15. Like in a group setting, that's worse. In a solo setting, you're getting all the kills and stuff. So I can see concussion, especially for solo. I was more talking like in a general, like both solo and a group setting. So there's no detail. Tonight's the last chance, assuming the project resets again. Likely you have another week. That's my expectation. The event is going to till the 1st of October. So we're likely going to have just continuously, we have still a week of getting harvests, I would expect. Take me around 10 hours. Well, that's more likely as well, just the average, like a general. But I'm talking more like people that are like really grinding now anyway. You can get into the 25 levels per hour range without too much hassle. But yeah, having to do that for, I mean, if you're doing it for 6 hours, that's 2 hours per like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours per like hard grinding. For those people that are going to do that. But yeah, a lot of people will not get the 1,000 levels. I think that's also kind of their intention. But then I feel they should have just put the cap much lower, put it at 500 or something at most. Or as well, just don't make it ×5. Like ×5 is a lot. Kind of, because the high of ×5 is nice. Like, yeah, it's kind of like drugs. Like, yeah, there's that high, but then there's the low. Because after that event ends, is anybody going to feel like grinding levels for a month or so? Or especially thinking then as well, like kind of like with global events, it's you know, a lot of people would wait for golden bullets in the past to happen. Still now as well, people wait for especially reanimated, but also for instance Guardians and Hollywood to really grind hard for levels, and then you kind of, you know, it kind of diminishes the rest of the time. Like, that's why I'm not in favor for those things. I'm at least happy it's capped, because uncapped, that 3 times XP well and stuff, I was really worried it would be just uncapped. That would just be bad, because people will just super burn themselves out and kind of feel FOMO about it, and just yeah. Over the weekend, yeah. This one doesn't left. But yeah, keep in mind that means when it's ×5, it means getting 200 levels normally. So you don't need to get 1K. Like, it's not 1K becoming 5K, it's 200 becoming 1K. Which 200 isn't like, I mean, like at the start of the season, I did 100 levels in the first day in like an evening stream. just by itself, so you can get kind of that done. Hey, GG's, Skips, and have a good night as well. Hard metal, yeah, we're gonna start the raid. We're gonna go raiding GC Rock, as we talked about him a second ago. We'll go show him some love. He's in the Descent. Oh, he's in Descent. For a second there, I saw some trees and stuff. I was like, wait, where is this? But actually, yeah, there are trees in the thingy, right? Oh, well, there's a tree in that one boss room. The field testing one. I was very thrown off by seeing a tree. I was like, wait, where is this? But yeah, it's that. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I am hoping to be able to stream in the afternoon, but likely in the afternoon, we're gonna spend some time in spreadsheet land and kind of put in some heartbreakers here, put in some TAC vector and vector 9mm against the Chatterbox and the Oreos, and kind of look at how Heartbreaker lands against Strikers and OD, how that kind of lands and stuff like that. We'll go into like a lot of stuff I would have wanting to do over the weekend, but yeah, we didn't have enough time. Stream tomorrow, and yeah, definitely, even if I don't make it in the afternoon, I'll definitely be there in the evening. Not this whole week, actually. Saturday I'm missing. I think I'm missing Saturday, 28th. That sounds about right. I'm missing either Friday or Saturday. I think it's Saturday. So Saturday evening I'll be missing, but yeah, the rest of the week I'll be definitely every evening be here. So yeah, for now, we're gonna send everybody off to DJ Tickle, who is descending it up. He's actually gonna go into a Nemesis fight now, so that'll be cool. And yeah, I hope to catch some, if not all of you, in the future. And as always, have a good night.